Confirmed. Now watching in 1060p. That's great. Okay. Okay. So this card I'm pretty excited about. Ghostly Charger. 5 mana, 3/4 with Rush, Divine Shield.
Oh yes.
This is like a rushing Psychotron. I mean, it doesn't have taunt, but like it's just funny to me because I think of Psychotron when I see this card.
Yeah, I do too. Just the stat line and the Divine Shield thing.
Yeah.
It's so good. I mean, I think of it as a 5 mana 3/4 that deals 3 damage.
Exactly. Yeah. It's exactly the way I was evaluating it. Yeah.
That seems insane.
It like. Yeah, like
you add 1 mana and you're better than you're an attack and a damage better than a Dispatch Kodo.
And if you compare it to Fire Plume in that way, it's almost. I mean, obviously taunts can make this not be this way, but it's almost like getting an extra health and an extra damage for 1 mana.
It can also not hit face, so it's I don't know. It's good. I really like it, but I do think it's not. I don't think it's as good as like Argent Commander or something probably, but.
Oh, interesting. I would say it's I think I would take this over Argent Commander.
You would?
Because it costs
would
1
too.
less mana.
Yeah, that's what I was
But
going
I
to say.
see
The
what you're
same
saying
thing.
with the going face,
like,
that is an issue.
The 3/4 body isn't as useful. Like it's the damage, right? Because like the body afterwards still gets swept up in AoEs most of the time.
Yeah.
And it still gets eaten by a bigger drop. So it's really good against a bunch of small things if your opponent's pressuring.
Yeah.
This
So-
is really good on curve compared to those other cards. Like if you play this 1/5, it's really insane.
Yeah. And
But
then
it's worse later on when you're either trying to finish them off or trade up into a bigger minion. I see.
Yes.
Are there?
So
are there-
it's
yeah.
like if your opponent plays like a 6/6 to counter this, then it just gets eaten. But it still did its job and dealt 3 damage to something. But if you play it on curve, unlike a Psychotron, where if you play that on curve on an empty board and then your opponent plays a 6/6 on curve, it eats this 6 damage, right? Like instead they just go face or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So
I think it's like a 7.
I think it's very good though. I still think it's very good.
Would you guys say a 7? Is that too high?
No, I think 7's fair.
I think
I mean,
7's great.
do you think there's
So,
any
I think I'd really like Argent Commander.
Yeah.
So or high like 7.5 or whatever. So like
Well,
I think that's fair.
It's
I
going to
think-
be interesting evaluating because, like, a lot of times you're evaluating cards when you're drafting, like, oh, I need a reach card in this deck, so I need Argent, right? And, like, this doesn't give you that, but it also does control the board, which could potentially mean you can push more damage. So, like,
It's a good card.
It's interesting. So I think a 7 is, like...
I think it's good. I think it's still good. I just
well, this is one I'm really
point out that-
excited to hear your thoughts on. Silver Sword. Some people think this card's going to be trash. Honestly, I've talked to some people.
Really?
Well,
Who thinks it?
well, listen. Some people I've heard think it's too slow. I'm just telling you what I've.
Oh, too slow. Gotcha.
I'm just saying the general feel of what I've heard from talking to some people. I like this card. Now I will say
wrong.
Silver Sword. So it's 8 mana, 3/4 weapon. You buff your board for +1/+1, and if the meta is as slow as Ttexxx is saying it's going to be, it'll be even better. I think you can. It's hard not to compare it somewhat to Vine Cleaver in one respect.
Yeah.
Like I would still take Vine Cleaver every time over this card. Most of the, I think every time. But the thing that this card does that's nice is, it's the durability on it's nice, and where Vine Cleaver basically guaranteed some board presence, this requires you to have board presence. And obviously, if you have initiative with your minions, then this card becomes significantly better. If you don't, you still can at least play your minions and get a buff, which is still okay. You know what I mean?
Even if you don't have an insane turn, the turn you play Silver Sword, why did I say it that way? Anyways, even if you don't have a nuts turn, that turn, if you have a taunt and a 2/2 and a hero power the following turn, you're making up. So you do lose tempo the turn you play it.
Oh
yeah,
sure.
the turn you
Almost
play
sure.
is bad.
Unless you have a big board.
Yeah.
So it's the turn after.
It's the 3 turns after that are good.
It gets nuts.
Yeah.
It snowballs really hard.
You don't have
really
stand against
hard.
darkness anymore, so you can't just play.
Yeah.
And you
Play
still got
standard for
Draco's
them.
Jailer.
Yeah, exactly. So like this card is still really good, and your hero power just works with this card as well. So like, I think this card is really strong because like even though it's slow on the turn you play it, if you have even like 1 or 2 minions and you play it on the first turn you play, it's like meh. But like then the next turn is great. The turn after that it gets even better, and then the turn after that gets even better because like you just slowly snowball with it.
Yeah,
I think this is a 7 and a bit. Not. I don't think it's close to an 8, but I don't think it's there.
But yeah, I definitely agree it's worse than Vine Cleaver though.
Oh yeah, like you put Vine Cleaver. I'd almost say Vine Cleaver's like approaching. Well, I guess it's not a 10, but it's really good.
No, it's a 9.
No, it's a 9. It's one of those things where Silver Sword is like, it's really good because the meta's going to slow down a lot too, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I think the fact that the meta's going to slow down, like, I'm making that meta's slowing down. The fact that it's going to happen is Silver Sword is going to go up in value. So, like, if the meta was really fast, this card would be trash.
Right.
All right. Oh, this card's kind of fun. 3 mana Paragon of Light, 2/5. While this minion has 3 or more attack, it has taunt lifesteal. So obviously it does not start meeting the condition, but you know, could gain the condition, and it's like a solid stat line by itself. So like and with all the buffs, like I mean, you can play this and blessing the like obvious situation is you blessing this the following turn because it's got 5 health. You know what I mean?
So we lose Silvermoon Portal, but we gain buffs in Sound the Bells and Silver Sword from this set. So it feels very likely this is going to be quite good.
Yeah.
Rusco 10 is. Oh, sorry. I'll type that in chat.
I already did.
I think Paragon has enough options for this to work. I think there's just enough buffs around. Acris Veteran's still around. Fallen Sun Cleric still around.
Yeah, that's true.
And when you get that to trigger, it is really good. Like having a taunt.
The lifesteal itself is really good too. Like, can be. I mean, it can be like, especially.
Certainly.
I'd say this is at least a 7, right? Like, it's just solid. It's just like good. Maybe a 6. I don't know. It's like,
so I'd probably go with a 6 because the stat line. So I just expounded my love for this card, but it's. I think it's. I think it's still a 6 because its cap is pretty low. I mean, it's not gonna. Even if you buff it, it still just dies to 5 damage or 4 damage. 2 hits.
I mean, I think the fact that it gets taunt though and lifesteal after just means like it makes it that much harder to go face against Paladin, which is really annoying because one of the ways is then you like go face against Paladin because like once you start going face against Paladin, like it's really bad because like that means you're not clearing their board anymore. Like are so far ahead that you're already clearing like you can clear the board and go face. But like if you're just shifting and you're just saying, okay, I can't deal with anything, I just have to go face here, and then they buff this and then they heal for like 8, you're kind of like, crap, I lost.
Yeah.
But like I think the card's really good. I think 7 might be a little high. Because like most of the time it's just gonna be a 2/5 like on majority. So I think 6 is a good evaluation.
Yeah. All right. Glass Knight, 4 mana 3/3. 4 mana 4/3, my bad. Divine Shield, whenever you restore health, gain Divine Shield. And I guess restore means that.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this card a lot.
Yeah.
It's like Silvermoon Portal, not Silvermoon Portal, Silvermoon Guardian, but better by a lot.
You know what I thought of when I saw this card? You're going to laugh, but I can't even remember the name of the card. It's from GVG. It was that one where you played a mech and it got Divine Shield. Right?
5 mana 6/3.
It was so bad, but I was like, they finally made a card
the Cobalt guy, right?
Yeah, but like this is so much better. It's like so much better.
Because this starts with Divine Shield, right? Yeah. This is starts with Divine Shield, gets Divine Shield. Yeah, this card's good.
It has to be your hero, right? Like restore your health.
No, it's just whenever you restore health. It's when anything.
So anything can get healing and it works.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
So like
I haven't seen.
You have to do the healing. Your opponent can't do it. It has to.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Whenever you. Yeah. So what do you guys think the card's rated then? Like, what do you think?
7.5.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's almost an 8. It depends on the matchup against ping classes. This card's obviously quite a bit worse.
Yeah, the thing that's amazing, I love
like Paladin and stuff's really good. I think Rogue's gonna be good. So
yeah.
because Rogue's gonna be good.
When I first saw this card, I didn't realize, I don't know why, but I guess I assumed like it didn't have the Divine Shield to start. But like the fact that it has it to start, it's already just good by itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just.
All right, this is an interesting one. Bellringer Sentry, 4 mana, 3/4. It has the Battle Cry and Death Rattle of putting a secret from your deck into the battlefield.
This is 100% deck dependent.
Yeah, true.
Like, I don't want to draft secrets usually. I pretty much only want Noble Sack and sometimes Redemption.
I don't like this card.
Yeah, I'd say it's like a...
Just because Paladin secrets aren't that great, so I don't like this card.
Yeah, like at best, you're playing a, like, if you have one secret in your deck, then you're playing a Spider Tank, but on off curve.
With the secret though, you get the secret, so it's not.
Well, that's what I mean. Like you're on turn 4, you get a secret in the Spider Tank.
Yeah. I don't like it because there's also the guy that we're gonna talk about, destroys enemy secrets. So it's like it's even worse because of that now. So I don't think it's great because like I don't want to take secrets in general. Like in Paladin, like if I'm taking a secret, I'm playing pretty aggressive, and especially if I think the meta's slowing down, secrets are going to get less in value unless you have the divine favors and stuff to redraw.
Yeah.
So
I don't like it. I think it's probably a 4, a 3, maybe 3.
I was gonna say 3. Okay. This card made me like. I hate the art on this card too. It looks so dumb. Cathedral Gargoyle, 2 mana, 2/2. Battlecry if you're holding a dragon, King Taunt, and Divine Shield. This card is just bad. It's just bad. I mean,
it's deck dependent.
I guess there's gonna be. I guess there's some dragons out there, but
mini ball.
I mean, there's still Sleepy Dragon and Hoarding Dragon and all those.
And there's more dragons getting introduced too, right? I'm pretty sure.
And like we were talking about that Mage Legendary, the 2 mana 2/2 that when you draw a card, and that card is the reason that card is kind of good is because it has a 2/2. It's a 2 mana 2/2, so it's not a dead card even when it's bad, right?
Yeah.
And this card's similar in that it's not a dead card even when it's bad. It's still fine. It's not something you really want to do, but it's still okay. You're not going to lose a game because you played a 2/2 on turn 2.
Yeah.
Especially with Paladin, when you play a 2/2 on 2, it's like better than in most classes because just getting a board in Paladin is more important than in other classes sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, still, I doubt you're ever going to hit the Battle Cry, especially because you want to play this card on 2, right?
Yeah.
It's
and it does.
Still got Scalebane and stuff, right? So like there's still good Bone Drakes are still going to be, right?
I guess this one's definitely going to be bucket dependent, right?
I think it's going to be good. I don't think it's going to be insane. I think it'll be good though. I think a lot of the time, more times than people think.
It's probably a 4 in most decks and a 6 like a 5.5 in some decks.
I think you can get up to a 7 if you get the right. I think
really?
I think it's just gonna be like a mini bot in certain decks, just because like think about how much you take Bone Drake now, right? Just because like anytime it's offered, you basically take.
Here's the other question: how much do you actually hold those in your opening hand, though? You know what I mean?
See, that's my concern. It's when it's a mini bot on turn 2, it's insane. But seem like it's going to happen very often, even when you have the dragons in your deck. I don't know the exact probability of it, but it's and
that's a fair point.
Like,
that's my point. Is I wouldn't necessarily hold a Bone Drake even if I had this, I wouldn't want to. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, I don't know. I give this like a 3.5 at most for me, but I don't know.
I'm excited to see. I want Ttexxx to be right, so.
I mean, I'd love it to be better because I don't know.
I mean, I think you can also pull it with the. Like it has other uses.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I think it's not. I think it's like a 4.
And it is a 4. Yeah. See that I think it's a 4, but it's. But
it's like one of those things where I think it can be better in specific decks. If you have like double called. If you pull a 2 mana 2/2, it's fine, right? If you have dragons in your deck, it's really good. I think it's gonna be overlooked, but I think it's still gonna be a good card. Like I think it's gonna be a decent card because I think also because the is gonna slow down. You can be a little greedy sometimes in your opening hand, and you can maybe hold a dragon when you shouldn't have in the past metas, just to get the proc off. Yeah. So
here's a card.
Most decks a 4, but we're excited to play with it as like a 6 or 7 in some decks.
Yeah, exactly. And it really depends on what bucket it is in, whether you can take it or not. So, because like if it's in the premium bucket, you're never going to take this card, even though it could be high roll.
All right, next card. Sound the Bells. This is a card you're going to be freaked out to see in top deck mode. This one will hurt when it's near the end game because it's like it's kind of an interesting card because like by itself the buff is not like crazy because like you obviously is it divine favor, divine strength is 1 mana 1/2, right? So it's like it's a lot extra mana, but I think this card will be overlooked a little bit. I don't think it's crazy, but I think it. I'm not sure if you're gonna want to draft it though. It's weird. I don't know how to. This card's a little bit.
I want exactly 1. I want no more than 1, but I
no
want
more,
1.
no less.
Yeah.
I think you could take 2 of these and I
I'm
wouldn't be
looking at
upset.
it more as buffing different minions. I think that's where
exactly.
the strength really lies.
Well, because like yeah, exactly. You guys got it.
You split the damage where you need it on that turn.
And
So
if
you buff
it,
how
and the
you
thing,
need it.
here's the other thing I was thinking about. Like, let's say it's turn 6, right, and you have this in your hand. Like, it actually is saving you value because if you're able to utilize this one card to do what you need for the board that turn, then you're not playing other cards either that like you might need later in the game. So like, it's interesting. I think it's.
You don't want too many of these, but I
No.
think you can have maybe like. I don't think you want more than 3. I think like if you get 3 or more in your deck, you're starting to go off in the wrong track. But we'll see. We'll see what it's up against in the brackets. But I think like if you get 1 or 2, it's pretty good.
What do you want to rate it? Like what do you want to give it?
It's a 5.
6, 5,
5 or 6. Yeah, 5 or 6.
6 is okay because it has the up.
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right, next one. 2 mana, rebuke. Enemy spells cost 5 more this next turn.
Can we just not have this in Arena, please? Can this
This
be the
card's
card?
trash.
Paladin?
It is, yeah.
It's
All
trash.
right,
You throw away a card, basically.
Purify.
All right,
So-
cool.
It's
Next,
worse.
next
No,
class.
it's worse than Purify. It's worse than Purify.
That's worse than Purify. All
It's
right.
a 1.
All right. Here we go. Next one. Squashling. So it's like Voodoo Doctor, but it's 1 more mana and it has Echo, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty
They did
good.
this with so many cards where they took so many like 1 mana cards and like basically were like, well, if we add 1 mana to it and give it a body, it's Echo.
Now it's a late
Like,
game card.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
funny to me.
I think this card's good. I mean, it's not insane, but you're going to be happy to draw it later in the game. There's going to be situations where you really want to heal 3 different things. There's
Soul Priest man with this.
That's what I'm saying, like, a lot- I heard a lot of people say they don't like this card,
Their
but-
face.
I don't know. Like I look at it this way: like you're getting
gonna
extra
happen.
hero powers and you're getting bodies behind it. So like, I don't know. Like, I think the card's like a 5. It's like not terrible. It's not amazing. I don't think.
yeah.
It's definitely playable.
And it, like it has.
I'm waiting to see. And
Sorry, text. Say it again.
I'm waiting to see someone play Soul Priest on turn 4, and then, or not turn 4, but on a turn before, and then on turn 10 they play Squashling, and then do Pyroblast to the face. That's gonna be pretty
that's
insane.
beautiful.
It's gonna
Yeah.
happen at some point.
That's so good.
Yeah. All right.
But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good card. I think like a 5 or a 6 is pretty.
Yeah. I think that's
I
fair.
think a 6 maybe. Like the problem with this card is you can't play it as a 2-drop. It's not a 2-drop, right? Like you don't want to play a 2/1 on 2.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
well-
the same as playing Fallen Sun Cleric on 2 with no value.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you have to do it, but you're pretty unhappy about
Well,
it.
one thing I've been.
Unlike the Mastiff from the Hunter,
Yeah.
where you can trade into a 3/2, you can't do that with this. It's
Yeah. One thing I'm noticing with all the Echo cards, which I don't think is I think it makes sense, is like we've pretty much all said for every Echo card that it's basically like a 5 or a 6 or a 7 or an 8 because it's all like they're always like they're decent here, but they're always a little bit better in certain situations and a little bit later.
So, yeah, we have to evaluate them at 2 different stages in the game, right? If
Yeah.
Squashling is only an 8-drop or a 10-drop, it's not. I mean, even then, it's not a very good card because we're never
It's
going
the
to
flexibility. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
flexibility. A 4-mana 4/2 that heals 2 minions for 2 health each. That's a fine card. I'm happy with that card.
Yeah.
So it's like
yeah.
it's still since it's still good there.
Well,
and
like-
it's decent on 8 and 10, and it's also okay on turn 2 if you heal your dire moral. Like maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's good enough. So probably a
Yeah.
5, maybe a 6.
Yeah.
I think with the other cards that priests are going to get, I think like if the meta slows down, it'll be better because you can heal up, you can stall the game out, and to get your better cards out, right? So it's just it's a solid card. I think it's
All
fine.
right. Next one is 5 mana, 5/8 elemental, quartz elemental. Can't attack while it's damaged.
Hey, you automatically give your opponent a Nice Walker if they're a mage. No, it's not.
I think it's good.
Seems great. Yeah.
I think it's actually really good.
It's kind of like 5 mana deal 5 in a lot of ways.
Yeah, like it's like Genocide Golem almost, except maybe not
the
as
taunt
strong.
is a pretty big factor.
Yeah. But like you're as a priest, you want to heal your cards anyways. So like healing it back up to full is like what you're gonna try to do. So.
But like, what if it gets? I mean, I guess like it eats cards. Like
if it eats your opponent's ping, then you just heal anyways, right? Like you want the game low as a priest usually. So like if your opponent's wasting mana to ping this or whatever,
they might waste cards. Like they might put it like a 3/2.
Yeah, they might have to run a minion in so you can't attack with it. So like they throw away like a 2-dropper. So like,
I would say my problem with this card is how much control my opponent has over it versus me. I have 2 health worth of control on it, and my opponent has as much as they have damage. That would be my biggest concern. I think this card is honestly, like, since I have so little control, I think this is about a 4 because in most situations where I'm happy with the card, I play it as a 5 mana 5/8 on 5, and then I eat my opponent's 5 mana 5/5, and then I never attack with it again. That's most situations I think where I'm like happy with the card. The situations where it's really good or where it kills a bunch of 2/3s, but that's really slow AoE, and that's not that good either. So
I mean, if it kills your 5/5, right, and then it doesn't attack again, it still went 1 for 1 while remaining a threat on the board that if your opponent doesn't eventually deal with it, and you just like, if he has to like just pass, like, because like you're playing really slow, they're just trying to stall, and you just play back, right, and you just slowly heal this up over turn after turn after turn, eventually you get to the point where you can attack with it again. And so like the opponent can't just ignore it forever. Eventually they
can't ignore it forever. That's true.
So like I think it's better than I think it's better than 4. I think it's like a 5. I think it's like a card you want.
I could be
like you can play it on curve, right? Like they're gonna have to throw something into it. I feel like I'm gonna get
1 attack in, and then it's gonna kind of just hang out. But that might be wrong. Like maybe.
But
I'm
even if you get 1 attack in,
Divine Him a lot more than I think I am.
No, but even if you get 1 attack in, right? Like that's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
a card. Another card from this set. If I haven't, and there is Squashling, and there is, and we have no Alchemist is gone, but there's
a card that's gonna come up in 2 cards that are gonna be really. In 2 cards, you're gonna see why this card's actually gonna be still really good. But I think this card is because like even if you just eat a 5/5, right? You went 1 for 0 basically, or 1 for 1 even, right? Like that's what a normal 5-drop does, right? And you would say a normal 5-drop trading 1 for 1 would be a 5, right?
Oh, I would, yeah.
So like why wouldn't you say this is a 5 then?
No, I would say that'd be a 5. If I have a 5 mana 5/5, that's a 5 or a 6 for me.
So yeah, I think this is at least a 5.
Yeah, well, but it's not always going to do that. That's my concern. And if my opponent does have a ping, then we're just trading 2 mana per turn to be able.
But you're okay with that as a priest, right? Like, aren't you totally fine with that as a?
A lot of times, but not if I'm losing the board. If I'm losing the board, I don't want to trade mana. I want to.
Okay, but I feel like if you're losing the board, you're not gonna be. This isn't the card you want to play, right? Like this isn't.
Yeah, like, exactly. That's my problem with it. That's like, exactly my problem with it.
Like I don't mind playing it on the curve, but like you're gonna have other drops, I think, and you have other ways to heal things too, right? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. You shouldn't be losing the board that much. I don't think that you can't play it at all. Like they'd have to do something.
Play the card. I just don't. Once you play it, its impact is decent for 1 turn, and then it has a good impact for 1 turn.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't have much impact for a long time.
I don't know. I think leaving up a damaged minion on your side of the board threatens other cards that we're gonna see. Like
that's where I think it gets really good. You do get the option of playing Divine Hymn or something like that, and that's where I
think it's gonna be good because of some of the other cards. I don't know what brackets these are gonna be in, so I have no idea if we're gonna be picking these or not. Because like it's not a premium card by any means, but if it's in the trash bracket because it's gonna be hard to play with. Like it's a hard card to play with, so. It'll take some skill to play with it, so it might be in the trash bracket. I think we might pick it a lot because of that. But if it's in a good
I just think I'd rather have
a
5 mana 5/5 like most times.
I don't know. Maybe. I'll see. Well, I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah, this is a hard one to evaluate because I haven't seen a card like this before. But I think I'd rather just have a normal minion than this one.
Yeah, this feels like one of those cards that like I won't want to take it, like, but it like I'll eventually find out by playing against it that it's good. So that's probably what's gonna happen to me.
I think people stayed away from Golem and stuff too. Like if you get a Sun Fury Protect, it has other value just by sticking on the board. I think it's good.
Yeah, I think
this card I think is almost always worse than a 5-mana 5/5, but there are situations. There are a lot of small situations that make this card better. If there's enough small situations, like you have 4 Squashlings and 2 Divine Hymns, then
maybe it's because I think the meta is going to slow down so much that I think that you spending your turn healing your minion doesn't matter, right? Like,
okay,
to use your turn because I don't think they're going to be pressuring you hard enough for it to matter a lot of the time.
Okay.
Right.
So maybe that's just me evaluating how I think the meta is going to be, and maybe I'm misevaluating that. And because like if it's a faster meta, the faster the meta is, the worse this card gets, right?
Yeah.
So
I would say that this card is very intriguing. I'm not sure myself. I think I'd probably give it a 4.5 or 4, but I think it's interesting. We'll see. It definitely is meta dependent for that one.
Yeah. I have been talked up to a 5. You've gotten me to a 5.
Right, well, you haven't talked.
I think it's a 5 or a 6. I think I would take this over a 5. Like a 5 without an ability. Like if it has a sludge, like it has a good.
Would you
ability,
take it over
I'll
a pit
take
fighter?
over this, but
Would you take it over?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to gauge. I'm just gauging because you're high on it.
I don't think I'll take it over Pit Fighter, but like a 5/5, because like a 5/5 gets eaten by this. Or a 5/4. There's a lot of 5-mana 5/4s and stuff. I'll take this much over that, especially in Priest where you can heal up. I think it's good.
Yeah.
And every single class's legendary is a 5/5, so we'll see.
Right.
Exactly. See, it's just the legendary eater. That's what it's.
Yeah.
Should be.
I know we wouldn't take it over Pit Fighter, everybody. I was just doing that to be funny. So, all right, Night Scale Matriarch, 7-mana 4/9 dragon. Whenever a friendly minion is healed,
Oh my god.
summon 03. Oh my god.
This card's insane.
I don't think I saw this one. It's because I'm like, I'm
really
reading
good.
it and I'm like, wait, what? You're getting my
really
pure
good.
reaction in chat. Yeah, this card is crazy.
Dragon, and a really good ability.
This
And
card's
against the-
awesome.
And I guess the other priest that has 4 attacks, so you can't die.
It's a 4/9.
It has all of the pieces of this card work with exactly what Priest wants to do. It is high health. It has a continuous generation engine. It encourages using your hero power, and it has a dragon tag. Like what?
Yeah.
What more can
And it's
Priest
not even
want?
it's not even bad attack. Like 4 attack is significant.
Nah,
so.
that's fine. I'm very happy they didn't say heal a friendly character, right? If it's
that
like
would have been so stupid.
broken. But at least with the minion, you have to have a damage minion to play this on turn 9 for it to.
Well, if you're drafting Quartz Elementals, you will, so you're good.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this like? Would you say this guy's? Is this like an 8.5? Or
I don't know. I think it's at least a 7, and it
definitely a 7.
and
I think it's at
probably
least an 8. I think it's at least an 8. I may even be a 9.
That's why I said
really
8.5.
good.
I was between 8 and 9.
I don't think it's a 10 though. Like I don't think it's that OP.
Yeah.
Because you do have to play like 9 mana. You do have to play it on turn 9. Most
I mean,
likely,
I feel like
the ability.
Even more than
9
just
health is so sticky. I like anytime a minion has more than 7 health, I gotta respect that. That's really hard to deal with a lot of the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about Blackguard in the last meta. I won a lot of games with Blackguard just because it has 9 health and it never dies. This feels a
it's
lot
just
like
so
that.
good.
If it makes any sense to you guys,
9 health and priest, if they don't remove it, it wins you the game. So like, I think it's really good. I think it's a 9. I think it'll be a 9 in my case.
The reason it's so high for me is that like its impact on priest is going to be good. It's gonna.
If it was in a different class, it would definitely be much lower.
No, but that's what I mean. Like,
it's so good.
You can't discount like the impact it's gonna have on priest. Like, it's gonna trigger dust breakers and all that other craziness. Thank God, operative is
really
leaving.
good.
All right, so we'll say it's good. All right, next card. This one's really interesting. Divine Hymn, 2 mana to restore 6 health to all friendly characters. I guess this one is different than Circle because it can heal your face, right?
Yeah, heals your face as well.
I just noticed
powerful.
Huh.
I like this card. It's like Holy Light for Paladins heal any character, or is it a friendly character? Any character for 6. This heals all your friendly characters for 6.
I think they finally made a healing card that I might play.
Yeah, right. They've been trying
No, there was a couple healing cards I thought were pretty. 1 mana heal 3, summon the Light Warden was okay. That wasn't great, but that was okay.
But
this is the first pure healing card where I've been like, yeah, okay, I'll
the 1 mana, heal for 5, heal your face for 5 was pretty good.
But see,
it's really good.
But what makes me laugh is they've power creeped that. They started with Flash Heal, 1 mana 5, and then they went to Binding Heal, which was basically the same thing except it got your face healing. And then this is like a next step up. They've been like trying to figure out.
Yeah, you can see the power creep. They're just slowly power creeping. I think this card's good.
I don't think this card is good, but I think it's fine. I would probably take it at like a 4.5. Sorry, like a 4.5.
I think it's a 5.
It's not.
For me.
What I'm amazed by is it's not a bad card.
I think this is good. It's really high tempo. Like if you play, one of your issues was that you're afraid of being rushed down because you play like the Quartz Elemental or something. If you take this with it, you're not going to be rushed down because you heal for 6 to your face as well as healing your minions, so you can trade again.
Oh, not being rushed down. Just being behind on the board for a large number of turns.
Tarek.
Oh.
That's like more mid-rangey or.
I think this card's good. I think it's. I don't know if it's better than Binding Heal because like Binding Heal is even more flexible. But
yeah,
I think it is
it's worse than Binding Heal, but it's still a fine card.
Yeah.
So I think a 4 for me, maybe 4.5.
I'd probably say 5. It's a good playable card.
Well, would you take a 3 mana 3/3 over it?
What?
Would you take a 3 mana 3/3 over it?
Like if it was like the first pick.
Sure. Yeah.
I love how we're testing each other. Like, well, would you do this?
Is the 3/3 doesn't have any stats or like any ability?
Let's say it's a fungal enchanter.
Okay. No, fungal enchanter has a good ability though.
Okay.
We'll just say it's a 3 mana. This over that, like for the first one. Like unless I'm like, I don't know how much you're gonna get off for curb, and I don't know what bracket to be in. But if it's like against a 3 mana 3, no ability, I'd probably take this over it.
Okay. It's tough. It's interesting.
Because like the way I want to play Priest is I get something big on the board to stick, and then I play this card, and then I get a 2 mana heal my big guy. I basically played a 2 mana 5-drop almost, like because I healed my guy all the way up, right? And then I get the tempo out on Compressor.
Yeah, but so that just means that's more the range I see this card in. Is closer to a 3 mana 3/3, but probably a little better than a 3 mana 3/3.
Okay.
Yeah, but you wouldn't rate a 3 mana 3/3 5. You would rate that a 4, or
if it has actually no abilities, yeah.
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 I think I would pick this over that though. So I that's why maybe I rated. You wouldn't rate that a 5. I guess that's why. So
yeah, that's why I think a 4.5. It's like almost like 5 is where I expect most of my minions to be at. And this is probably where I probably don't want this more than most of my minions.
This is also going to be meta dependent because if it is as slow as we think it might be, like, you know, this is a bit of a conditional card, but like it's a strong condition, so like, or it's a strong effect. So yeah, I think it's decent.
I think it's definitely pickable. I'd probably take it over a neutral 5/3. Like if it didn't have a good ability, I'd take it over a 3. Like I think like unless because like if it's first pick. Like, obviously, you don't want, like, a ton of these in your deck, but, like, 1 or 2 is not bad, I don't think.
Yeah.
So, like, the only reason I'd pick the 3/3 first was just, like, because I don't want to have so many of these, and I might want to take this later. So, like, that would be the only reason I'd take a... But I'd rather just take a 4/4 later or something. 3 mana 4/4 or something. So, yeah, I would take this.
All right. Next card, 5 mana. Spell, Holy Water. Deal 4 damage to a minion. If that kills it, add a copy of it to your hand. We're going to hate this card.
This card's good.
This card's going to make you really pissed.
Value.
This card is going to piss you off.
It's another Azure Drake in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It's like... So, like, unlike... it's like Tidal Surge, but you don't get the 4 healing, you get a card. So it's like... Yeah. And it costs 1 more mana, so that's kind of annoying, I guess. Yeah. But I think it's definitely worth it. It's like... because I think the meta's
slow meta, like you're talking about.
I think it's going to be a slow meta, so I think this card is going to be great. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to do a lot of work.
It's like a 7. It's like a 7 or an 8. Yeah.
And when you play other control classes, it's going to be so good, right? Like if you play mirror controls, like this card will win you games because you can just like, let me finish off this Bone Drake. Oh, let me finish off this card. Let me finish off that really good card. And you just choose to use this when you want to get the value from it.
The problem is it is anti-tempo. Like spending
Yeah,
5 to
it's
deal 4
anti-tempo.
isn't
So
good.
like the faster the meta is, the worse it is, right? Obviously.
Right. So if it depends. If a lot of the cards so far from Priest have felt very slow, except for Nightscale Matriarch. That's the only one that seems like reasonably. And Quartz Elemental isn't slow on the initial stage, but a lot of the cards feel pretty slow. So unless the neutral cards can bring it back down to a lower cost, that would be the only thing I would say that's bad about Holy Water. But that's
so it's slow, right? But
I'm
that's why I
reaching
think
there.
I think that's why like Squashling and him are so good, is because like you can take these slow cards, but you just heal back up, like so it doesn't matter. So like you play your tempo card, and then you take a little bit of damage, and then you play your heals to just heal back up, and it's like, and then you play Holy Water at the late stages of the game. Again, they're in those tempo matches.
Okay.
Yeah, I think 7 or 8's fair for this card. Sure.
I'd give it an 8. I think it's good.
All right. I know Dreads is saying he'd love this card. Chameleos, I guess how you say it. 1 mana, 1/1 beast. Each turn, this is in your hand. Transform it into a card your opponent is holding. So it's basically just like a free snipe every turn. It's hard to imagine like this is one of those cards. It's like, what is this going to be up against? Like, sure, it's decent, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah, it's a good card. I like the card. Just getting information from your opponent's hand is good.
The problem is it's not a curve card. You can't predict what it's going to come. So that I would be concerned with that. But honestly, you can get some really dumb stuff. And it gets better the more wins you have too, which I really like.
Well, like, listen, my favorite. I don't know if like the meta is going to be slow enough for this to happen, but I'm waiting for it to be like it's turn 2 and it's like, oh, he has Flame Strike, and then like he doesn't play the Flame Strike, so you try to like not set it up so that he like plays a board so you can play it, and then you're waiting for the card to like come up. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just funny. It's a funny card.
Oh, okay.
Like to kind of think about, it's like, oh yeah, he has this card. Maybe when it comes up again, I'll be able to play it. You know, it's just funny.
Try to set up your board for his card.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's just, I don't know. Not that that's a really niche, like a niche situation, but it's just funny to me to think about.
I really like this card at like 10, at like 8+ wins. You start to play against people with Lich Kings and stuff, and suddenly it's want to draw.
Yeah.
In the early rounds though, I just want to make sure I can have a board every turn, and it does not do that, and that concerns me. So I think it is a fine card, but it feels very much like Shifter Xeris in that I don't have control over my own cards, and that can be tough.
I think the one big difference between the two though is that with this card you get information about your opponent's hand and you get more and more information.
That's true.
And you basically so then you can play around the cards, or you can bait out hard removals and stuff that you know are in his hand, or AoE. Yeah. So it's like, I think it's really good just from like a knowledge standpoint, and I think the better player you are, the more you use that knowledge to your advantage, right?
I actually think the better player you are, the less valuable that knowledge is, because
really
need it.
You can buy and make those reads already.
Yeah.
I think there's
that's a fair point.
That is true.
That's a good point. I still think it's very good.
Would you give it a 5?
I'd give it more than that.
What would you give it? I don't know.
Because I think the meta's slowing down, so I think this card's going to be good because you can just wait till you want to play it, like all the other cards that like that. So I think it's like a 7.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. See, I'd say 5. Now here's the thing, though. I underrate Priest cards every single meta, and then they are sometimes good and sometimes bad. So I never know what to do. But
well, I guess I shouldn't base my rating on this, but like based on this being will always be up against other legendaries, it's hard to imagine that I'm ever going to take this card.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I'm like. I'm looking at it more from the bucket perspective, but I think I give it like a 5 or something. I give
it a 7. I think it's a good card.
Yeah. I got you.
I think anytime so it's like Shifting Scroll as well. Like I just wait to play that. I like that card in Mage. Like and when I play Control like Mage, like Control style, it's really good because like I just wait till a turn like that I like it, and I do my other things in the other turns. So and I usually wait till I get a Meteor, a Fireball, or Flame Strike, and it's often pretty good. Yeah. So like the slower the meta is, the better this card is going to be, and I think the meta is going to be slow, so I think it's going to be a good card.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
So like that might be wrong if the meta's this card's going to be trash, but
yeah,
I think it's going to be good.
I still one of my I like having cards like Chameleos in my deck, but I get concerned when I have a hand that's Chameleos, Holy Water, Squashling, Divine Him. If I have that hand-
okay, that's fair. I don't know how many like the more AoEs that we have, like we still have Psychic. We don't have the Dragonfire anymore, so that's gonna hurt. But the more
Dustbreaker
AoEs
has
that we have,
more triggers.
yeah, the more AoE we have, the better. But you can probably
for
get
sure.
an AoE from the Chameleos, so that's like it's not the worst. So
Yeah.
like I think it's pretty good. I think obviously if you had more AoEs, the better this card goes up too, because like you can just wait to play it even longer. And-
Right. The longer you can wait, the better.
Exactly.
All right.
All right.
Next one. Lady in White. 6 mana, 5/5.
Those
Battle
5/5s,
cries.
man.
Yeah. Cast Inner Fire on every minion in your deck. This could actually be bad in some cases, I guess. But a lot of the
I
cards
think it's
are
good.
I
I think
well,
in most cases it's great.
in most cases it's good. Though.
I
I know.
don't know if you've looked at the neutrals this expansion, but almost all of them have high health and low attack because they're trying to make it control, which is the stat distribution you need to make control class work.
Mhm.
So since Blizzard's trying to force it, it makes this card even better.
It just makes all your minions way more threatening in most cases. I mean, even if you just look at the priest minions themselves,
Yeah, exactly.
Quartz Elemental and Nightscale Matriarch get way better with this card.
Yeah.
Squashling and Coffin Crasher don't really lose anything, so
8/8 statue,
I
boys.
think it's fine.
8/8 statue.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this card's good. I don't think it's insane, but I think it's good.
Yeah, the fact that you have to detempo the turn you play it so much, it doesn't really do much for me.
Yeah, it's also it's one of those things where it doesn't cast it on your stuff in your hand either, it's just your deck. So like if you draw some of your good cards, it's not as great. But I think the card's still very good just because of how many high health things that they introduced into this meta.
I don't know if
So
I'd give it.
I think it's most of the time going to be pretty strong.
Not
So
sure
I'm
if I-
gonna lead with a 6 on this, but I don't know what my priest decks are gonna look like. It could go up to a 7 for me, but I think
I think a 6 is a good place to start. I think that's a good estimation.
Yeah.
Like I think it could be better depending on your specific deck, but I think a 6 is a good balanced rating.
Yeah.
I like that rating.
cool.
All right, Coffin Crasher, 6 mana. This card's gonna be scary. 6 mana, 6/5. Death Rattle. Summon a Death Rattle minion from your hand. Bring out the statues. I'm just kidding.
It's weird to put this in a set where there's literally no other Death Rattle minions in class.
Yeah.
That's strange, but it has some cool upside. I'd love to do cool stuff.
Oh
with
my
this.
god, you get a Bone Drake out of this, you get a statue out of this.
Oh
I think
yeah.
there's other Death Rattles I think they're introduced to control, and I'd have to look at them. But there's
Even if it's just like a Twilight Summoner, I'm pretty happy. Well, that's gone, but you know.
yeah, like
It's the
you get
fact that
Harvest
it.
Golem from this. It's like good
Yeah.
stats. Like you just need one Death Rattle minion, and it's worth it. Like you get a loot order from this, like sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're missing 2 stat points on it, right? For a
Yeah.
good card, for like to be a good
Yeah.
card on its own.
Yeah, but we're getting an immediate minion on
But
the
like
board.
think about how good Bone Drake
If you have
is,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that doesn't add any stats to the board. It just gives you value in your hand, right?
Right. No. So I'm thinking we're actually gaining mana on this card almost all the time because we're only missing 1 mana worth of stats at most.
Exactly.
It's actually like what 2/3 of a mana.
Yeah,
And,
it's good.
yeah. I mean that sounds great to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down. If you can summon something, it is great. If you cannot summon something, it is not super good. It's probably like a 5. But if you can summon something, so again, it's
Like-
deck dependent, right? If you can summon
it's
something,
deck dependent,
probably
but
like
I think it's
yeah.
pretty easy to proc. I think
Yeah.
like I think it's going to be fairly consistent that you're going to have at least one Death Rattle minion in your hand.
I'd give this
So I
like.
think it's gonna be
I don't know.
really
I don't know.
annoying to play
That depends on deck and what the meta looks like. If your cards that have Death Rattle, Coffin
Well, I
Crasher,
mean-
are you just gonna hold them?
Like Bone Drake right now is in the trash bucket, so you pick it all the time. So if you get that, you'll pick that.
Yeah.
And because like if you're playing it slow, like again, if the slower the meta is, the better this card is because you can just wait to play it till you have a Death Rattle minion.
I give this. I'm comfortable giving this an 8.
I would
Oh.
give it like an 8 as well. Yeah.
Holy moly! Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think the tempo you gain from it is so huge.
And the other thing
so
is-
hard to deal with.
Kellen, think
It,
about
gives
this
you the board
too,
back.
because like if you play this card, like who's gonna want to kill this damn thing? So like it's
That's-
just pushing face. Like
Allows you to dictate trades and stuff too.
Yeah.
That's
It's really
true.
good.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, I still don't like detempoing on the initial turn. I'd probably give it like I guess it could be talked up to a 7. An 8 seems really that's
How often do you play Bone Drake on turns? Just think about it, right?
on 6.
often
I
do you
played
do
on
that?
6 a lot.
Right? And this card is the same stat line as that, except
Right, but I would much
after-
rather play. I play it because it's not that bad there. The problem is with Coffin Crasher, I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to play it something on. I'm not guaranteeing that I get an advantage.
So you
by
just
playing
don't think you're going to hit the death rattle too frequently. That's that the issue?
No. I'm thinking percentage-wise. How often am I going to hit the death rattle?
And you don't think it's that frequent though? I think it's pretty frequent.
How
so,
frequent do I have to hit it for it to be an 8?
like every
70.
other game, probably.
Yeah, and that doesn't. I mean, are you? That seems unlikely to me.
I think that's pretty likely. I don't know. Maybe I think if I get this card, like if you get 2 of these in your deck, you summon one that summons the other, right? Like
So
it
all of these are
summons
like
itself.
are all about the ceiling of the card, but
the ceiling is so high, right?
the ceiling is great. Oh yeah, it's a great card when it works.
And
But
I
it's
think
not-
like the basement is like I think at worst a 5, right? Like it's not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, a 5.
Like-
right, it's a
basically.
5
At
without
worst.
any of.
But I think like I'm gonna hit something every time. So like I think it's gonna be good, man. I think
Well,
it's
see,
gonna
for
be
me,
good.
it goes
'Cause I
up.
think it's gonna be slow
Yeah.
meta. So the
Yeah.
slower the meta is, the more likely you're gonna have more cards
Yeah.
in your hand. More likely you have more cards.
Yeah.
More likely you have more death rattles in your hand,
I'll
or
go
a
back-
death rattle in your hand.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
that way you'll get procced.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
The chances, if you have 6 death rattle minions in your deck, the chances of having one in addition to Coffin Crasher are still not that great. Like it's that's the problem. It's not
I don't
that.
think so, right? Like by turn 6, you draw like what?
But and that you
almost
can't play.
half
That you
your
haven't
deck.
played.
Right?
You have to have.
Okay, I guess you're assuming you're not. So you're just assuming those other 3 death rattles are things. Those other 3 death rattles.
But you can't, and then you have to draw the ones that you don't want to play ahead of time. Which by turn 6, like that's tough because that means you have cards in your hand that you
I don't know.
you have
Like
to
Curse
not. You have to not
Disciple's
play.
really good. There's a lot of good. I think.
I don't know. I don't think it's. I think it will be great when it's great, and I think it will be pretty, very average when that happens. When you don't have death rattles, so it's tough. I
Maybe
probably
there's not as many death rattles as I'm thinking, but I feel like there's there.
the potential is huge, right? So
Yeah,
I like. Yeah.
Like if I see this card and I can chain like 2 of them, like if I get like 2 or 3 of these cards, it's insane, right? I don't know.
Definitely. Oh no, I 100% agree that if you get a Coffin Crasher into a statue, Bone Drake, a Crasher,
Yeah, like it's just
any
really
of that
good.
stuff. Boom.
But
that's
maybe it's
great.
like because like I don't know how good they're gonna put, but if it's up against even like a slightly below average bracket, you're gonna like insta pick this card almost, right? Like every time, and then
Sure.
the more of these you have in your deck, the better this card gets because you can summon itself. Because
Definitely.
it's a death rattle. So like I just feel like the ceiling's so high, and I feel like the downside is just not really there because I feel like the meta is gonna be so slow.
Okay.
Like I feel like if you don't want to play it on 6, you're never gonna be too pressured into playing this on 6.
Yeah, I
think the
I
meta's gonna
still
be so
think
slow.
I still think I think this card is a high ceiling, pretty pretty low floor. Honestly, a 6 mana 6/5 that doesn't do anything. I don't really
Okay,
want.
so you still
So-
would think it's a 7?
I
Or-
think it's a 7 because it's when it hits it's like a 9, so that
Okay.
probably bumps it up to a 7 overall.
All
For
right.
me,
You still good with the 8, Keldar, or do you have a different opinion? I know you're chatting it up in chat there.
they were joking because they're like Keldar can't get a word in edgewise, and I was like, it's fine. It's true. I'm hosting, so I'm trying to that's just part of what you do. No, I think this card is. I'm more on your side, I guess, a little bit. Again, for me, I think you guys both make good points, but for me, it all comes down to the threat of this card and what it will do to the dick. Like for me, it's the it's what's going to be in my opponent's head in the mind games that's going to make this card even better. So
Yeah.
I still really hold that's important because, like you're saying, like you were saying, you dictate. Like you see this card, like who in the like if it's turn 8, like who's going to want to like kill this thing? Like nobody. They might even waste a silence on it. And you don't have anything in your hand.
Like, I feel like they're just gonna force a silence.
That's what I mean. It actually will bait silences and stuff. So like I said,
moves.
I think it's good. Well, let's go to the next one, but it's definitely
it's
good.
Either way, we all agree it's a good card. Like it's just
in certain situations it'll be better for sure.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Vivid Nightmare. Choose a friendly minion. Summon a copy of it with 1 health remaining. And for those of you who are watching, like let's say you did this to a statue, like you can heal it back up to. It doesn't set the health at 1. It still has the ability to go back up to whatever its stat line is. So I'm not saying that makes it good, but that is part of how it works. So
Yeah.
don't think this card's I don't know. I don't know how to evaluate this card. I guess if the meta's really slow, I guess it's a little better.
The slower the meta is, the better this card gets, right? Because you can just wait to play it on something that has like you play it on Coffin Crasher. Boom. It's
That's a good one.
right?
Yeah.
So like the slower the meta is, the better this card is, right?
Yeah.
And as a priest, it's better because it says something with a copy with remaining with 1 health. So if you play it on turn 5, you can heal it up, right? So it then becomes a whatever.
Right. That's what I was saying. Right. Exactly.
Like it's not a great card because like it has to be specific minion you want to play it on, but like even if you get like a 3 mana 7/3 or 6/3, it's like it's more like a 6/3 but it's like 5 mana. It's not could have some upside.
Yeah, this card. I probably don't want this card, but there are decks where it will be good. But I'd probably give this card like a 3.
Yeah, I think
that
like
feels
3
fair.
or 4 is pretty fair. I probably do it. If the slower the meta is, the better this.
Sure,
But
and there's dumb late game with Matriarch and other stuff too.
Yeah.
Those are so far out, and there's so many slow cards in Priest already that I don't want the worst of the slow cards in my deck.
Exactly. This has to be up against absolute trash. I agree, Kellen. I think it has to be up against trash because like there's already a bunch of slow cards that you'd rather have. So like this is not one of them that you'd prefer to take.
Yeah. All right, on to Rogue. This class got some good stuff. All right, first card, Cutthroat Buccaneer, 3 mana 2/4. It's a combo card. You don't just get it automatically like Auto Barber, but it gives your weapon +1 attack.
I have not seen this card yet.
So like I feel like you're more like with Shadow Blades and stuff. Like you're gonna be maybe buffing those more often with this than you will be like maybe your dagger, though you will buff your dagger sometimes, I guess. I mean, it doesn't have taunt or anything, so it's not like the best body, but it does have it's like I don't know how it's like okay, like there's situations where it'll be good, but I don't know. I
think it's awesome.
You think it's awesome, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's not a turn 3 play usually, but you can play it on turn 3. But if you play it alongside anything else, it's 3 mana 2/4 ping when it comes into play, which is 2 stats better than a rifleman. I like it for that reason. Naga Corsair was nuts in this class, and this card is worse than that. But I still think it's good. Like if you think Naga Corsair was like a 7 in Rogue, this is probably like a 5.5 or probably like a 6 and a bit. So
is that what you evaluated it as? Is a 6?
Yeah, like a 6.2.
All right, like when you first were praising it, I thought you were gonna say a 7 or an 8, and I was like,
no.
So.
I just meant I think it's awesome because it's a 3 mana 2/4 that I want to have.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought you were gonna be like on board, like this card is fantastic. And okay, yeah, okay, I can get behind that. Right. I think I'll do a 6. I think the card is better than the average 3-drop, like because like it has some upside later in the game, but it also gonna be played on curve and it's fun.
I give it like a 5.5. I always underrate.
I don't think it's insane though. Like
I
wouldn't give it a 7. I would say either a 6.
Yeah, I always underrate cards a little bit that have some conditions. but I still think it's gonna have its day, and you're definitely gonna take this card. All right, this card's really fun. I love this card. Blink Fox, Battle Cry. Add a random card to your hand from your opponent's class. It's a 3/3.
And here I thought I was done dealing with Swashbuckler.
Yeah, I am gonna be crafting this gold immediately. Kel Bling, baby, let's go. Yeah, this card's
good.
Swashbuckler. Like, in all honesty, I think Swashbuckler is actually in Rogue. I think was maybe a little in a faster meta. It was a little better. I guess in the slower meta, this will actually be better. But because the ping from the 1/1 always helped your dagger, but it's still really good. I mean. You'll see some of the other cards, but this is just a solid body, and it's just good. You know, it's not a, there. I will admit though, the one downside of a card like this is there's a lot of spider tanks in this meta, so this will get chomped on quite a bit. So there's that's something to consider.
Yeah, that's a big difference from the previous meta where it was a lot of 4/3s or 3/3s, right? They were mostly. 4/3s or 3/3s. So like,
and we've seen a lot of minions that even if they're not a 3/4, they're 2/4s. So there's a lot of stuff that this just bounces off of, which is not as good as it would have been in last meta. But yeah, I still think it's a good card.
But it's still like again,
although
later
against 2/4s, it's not that bad, right? Because you have the dagger.
Exactly. You guys, I would give this like a. Am I giving it too low if I say like 7.5 or something? I don't know.
No, I think that's
7.5 is fine. I think I might do an 8, but yeah, I don't think more than that.
Yeah,
it's like the 3-drop you've always wanted. You know?
It makes me think of movies when you say
this card's gonna get DKs too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. This next card, Tess Greymane. 8 mana 6/6. Battlecry. Replay every card from another class you've played this game. Targets chosen randomly.
No, thank you.
No, I'll move on.
I think it's like you can kind of use it. Removal, right?
Yeah.
Like kind of like you used Yogg back in the day. Because like if you play like Fire Plume Phoenix into like other things that do damage like that, it allows you to like if you not Fire Plume Phoenix, but like other cards that like Fireball or Flame Strike, like I think it can be pretty decent. Like not good, but I think it can be okay.
Yeah. All right. I guess it's like
I don't know.
Like a
3.
3?
Yeah, like a 3.
I'm trying to like. I'm like thinking what Ttexxx said. I'm like, I guess I'll give it a 3.
Like if you play like an Arcane Intellect, right? Like you get to draw some cards. It's not the worst.
Yeah.
Well, and we're about to go over a card in a few here called Pickpocket that makes this.
That's right now. Right now.
It's that next. Okay.
It's now. Right now.
Yeah, so I think it's like a 3.
But that's so much mana that doesn't put stuff on the board. I think Tess is too slow.
That's why I don't think it's good. Like I'm not gonna say it's good, but I think it's like a 3. I think it's fair. Like you can play it. It's not the worst.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So back in the day, I used to love Burgle. I know it was not the best card, but I fucking.
It was because the meta
that.
was fast.
I love that card. I feel like I'm gonna have to. I think you guys are gonna have to like hold me down a little bit. I think I like this card a little bit too much, and I don't think it's actually as good as I think it is. So, and at least I'm aware of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, so this is 2 mana.
How good do you think Thistletea is, Kelidar?
It's pretty shitty.
Well, I guess.
Go ahead.
Do you think Thistletea is a good card?
No,
I do.
I don't think it's. I don't think
it's a good card. I think it's that it's not bad. I don't mind playing it. I'd rather have.
I feel like with
I
Rogue,
like Mimic Pod though.
I always want a Thistletea or a Sprint.
I'd rather have a Sprint than a Thistletea.
Sure, but I want one big card advantage card because you do run out of cards with Rogue quite often.
Yeah. That's why I like the Minstrel.
Yeah, exactly. Minstrel's probably the best example of what cards you want.
But this is so much better than like Thistletea. This is like way better than all those. I think.
I think Thistletea is one of the is not a great example of it because same card.
You
always want the same card.
So with Pickpocket feels a lot like one of those value cards that you need
I like
1 to 2 of. So I don't think this card is bad. I think this card's totally fine. You just want one of it though.
I want to give it like an 8.
1 or 2, yeah. I think if you go after that, it's a little out of the way. I think 1 or 2 is really good, and I think it's a good card. I like it a lot.
Am I out of my mind to say it's an 8?
Just because I keep saying I think the meta's going to slow down, and I'm saying it until I'm proven wrong. And that might be in 3 days or 2 days. So I might be proven wrong then. But I'm going to keep saying it until then. I think the meta's going to slow down. So then I think Pickpocket is going to go up in value.
Yeah, I think it's a 7. I think you want that. I think you want it.
Yeah, I think a 7 or 8. I might even say an 8. But I think
I'm saying an 8. I'm saying an 8, and it's an 8.
I think 8 might be a little high just because.
That's okay. I'm allowed to give one card a little bit of a bump.
Yes, you are.
I think it might be. I think you're right with the 7 pick, but
I am. All right,
I think Kellydar's right because he's going to play it like it's an 8, and he's going to win with it a lot.
I'm going to win a lot with that card.
Alone is going to give him that extra point.
And then everyone else is going to pick it to try. Wait, it's not that good.
Yeah. I'll make it work. People watch me make it work on stream, and then they'll be like, why can't I do that? No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Yeah, I think a 7 is fair, but okay.
Miss Wraith, 4 mana, 3/5. Whenever you play an Echo card, gain 1/1. Oh my god.
This is not balanced.
No, it's not. It's not balanced. And the reason it's not
I
balanced...
understand. Can't it be like the first time you play an Echo card of turn or something? This is...
Like, why can't this be like a 3/4 or a 3/3 or a 4/4? Like at least...
Or a 2/2 for 3.
4/4 is too good. Like, a 3/5 is just such a good stat line. So that if you get
it's so hard to remove it. Like, if you... Oh my god.
Man.
Well, this is the other problem. The main problem is we haven't got to it yet. But there's, on top of the Pickpocket, there's another really good Echo card.
Yeah.
And so, like, you're going to draft both of them to some degree. The other one probably even more so.
Oh yeah, you'll take the other one.
I mean, Kellenabel will take the other one, the Pickpocket more, but the other one, you guys will take the other one.
I don't think other people should.
Yeah, don't listen to me. Kelbling gets in the way, and greed just starts to, like,
Yeah,
snowball.
but I think this card's really solid. I think I think Rogue is going to be pretty solid, even though the value's going to... I think it's going to be slow meta. I think Rogue is still pretty good.
I almost want to give this card, because it's such a threat, I almost want to give this a 9. Like, it's so scary, and
I don't know. I know it's scary, but I still don't know if it's a 9.
I know.
So the Echo cards that you're going to get are cost either 3 or 2. They'll be neutral or they'll be Pickpocket / Cheap Shot. And if you have one of those, if you draw Echo with Mistrate, you are, I mean, the problem is Mistrate does have to live for 1 turn, and as a 4 mana 3/5 in a field of 5/5s, that doesn't seem super likely, but it doesn't get killed by most of the rush minions because it has a lot of toughness.
But it also has more. It has even more survivability than even like Daring or Porter did. Like, you'd play that and it would have 4 health when they had their turn, and this is even better than that. So
it's about how difficult it is to use the Echo card next turn, right? Like, the very next turn you have to play the Echo card for it to be buffed. Otherwise, it's probably going to die by the following turn, like almost always, because your opponent's going to force to kill it.
In Rogue, I've always liked 4 mana 3/5s because pinging costs 1 mana. Yeah. So I like 4 mana 3/5s already. That card's already like a 5.5, 6. Yeah. And then with this Echo boost on top of that, that's like, it's a 7 at least. Yeah,
I would say 7 or 8. I think the card's super solid, but I wouldn't give it a 9. Just because, like, even though the card's really good stat distribution and stuff, it's going to be hard to play these Echo cards right on curve, right? Like, you don't want to play them on curve usually.
I'm okay with you guys. I still think it's pretty good. I'm okay with it.
Oh yeah,
on your 5 mana,
you're going to take Pickpocket more than other people too, so it actually might be better in your decks.
Yeah, there's specific decks it might be better because you're going to...
Like, I'm salivating right now, so sorry.
But like on turn 5, you're not going to be playing Echoes usually. Like, that's not play. You want to play usually on 6 or after even. Just like
I very much value cards that make my opponents react. It just fits into the way I play. So, like, this is one of those cards. Like, this they have to deal with this immediately. So
it's very much like Vicious Fledgling.
Yeah,
it's a normal card. You can deal with it right away, and then if you get one thing to go right, that's kind of it.
I think Fledgling's better because, like, it's like. Like if you get it to go.
Oh
right,
no, for sure. I just mean, like, it's gonna feel the same.
Oh yeah, it feels bad on the other end.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think like a 7 or an 8 is a fair evaluation. I think 9 is pushing it. But like I said, Kellenabel, you're gonna be taking the people, so it might be better in your deck than most other people's deck. But I think a 7 or an 8 is fair.
Yeah. All right, Spectral Cutlass, 4 mana 2/2. This card's trash. You're not going to play it. So.
It has lifesteal.
It does.
I don't think it's. don't think it's trash. I don't think it's good, but
Well,
I think it's
pretty bad.
What do you define as trash? Do you say that's a
something.
one?
I guess I define trash as like I will never want to draft this card. I'm
Well,
not
you don't
saying
know what bracket's in. It's probably going to be in the trash bucket, so you might have to draft it at some.
I might.
Because like I don't think it's going to be. If it's in a good bucket or even like not the trash bucket, yeah, you're never going to draft this card. This card isn't good.
I mean, I'd give it like a 2. Or 3.
Yeah, I'd probably go
With
3.
all the echoes you're playing, Kellenabel, you're going to give it a 2. You're going to be picking pickpocket every
But
single time.
I don't care about durability. If this was attack, it actually would be like a little better.
Yeah, honestly, I agree with that. There's bumping the durability on a 2-attack weapon is like, okay, cool.
Yeah, you just deadly poison it, and then boom, it's actually a good
Oh, there
card.
you go. You cast 2 Cutthroat Buccaneers, you're good to go.
You're
All
good.
right. Oh, this one's
think,
good.
I think it's bad, though.
All right, this one's
It's
not
bad. I think a 2 or a 3 is fair.
Yeah.
Like, it's
All right.
not better than a 3. I think a 2 is fair.
Next one's Cursed Castaway, 6-mana 5/3 pirate with Rush, Death Rattle, draw a combo card from your deck. I like this card. Combo cards are typically strong. Like you want to have the combo cards. Like you don't draft a lot of combo cards that are like typically bad. So you're gonna get a decent. You're gonna basically spend 6 mana to do 5 damage to something, and get a card and remove something. It's not amazing, but I think it's definitely solid for me.
Yeah, I think this feels a lot like Starfire in most situations. It's obviously can't go face, which is a little bit frustrating.
Starfire? Yeah.
Yeah, Starfire, because it's 6 mana, deal 5, draw a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be kind of silly though. There's a lot of interesting things you can do with it. In addition to that, like have it not die. You know.
Do you think it's better than Starfire or worse than Starfire?
Yeah, that's tough to say. I'm kind of debating that. I think
Well,
probably,
it can't go face, so that all has to make it worse.
I think it's worse, to be
it
honest.
has to be.
Because like,
Yeah, I think so too.
It
It
can't
also
go
can't
face.
do it.
It can't
That's
go behind a taunt, and you have to have a combo card in your deck to draw.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like the combo card is going to be good. So it's like
yeah, that is true.
it's hard. There's certainly ups and downs on it. So I think it's probably a little bit worse than Starfire. What is a Starfire to you guys? Like a 7.5, 7?
Yeah. So I think this is like a 7 here.
Yeah.
And I really like Cursed Castaway. I think it's about the same. But I would have a hard time choosing between Cursed Castaway and Mistwraith for sure.
Yeah. All right.
I think I would take the Mistwraith most of the time, but yeah, I think
I'd probably take the Castaway most of the time, but but it's tough, right? It's a close.
Yeah.
Did you guys say? What'd you guys say?
It really
6?
depends on.
What number did you
what
guys
you
say?
need. Oh, I said 7. I think
7. Okay. I think it's fair. Okay, this is the one we were talking about a little bit ago. Cheap Shot. This is a really
9.
good card. Yeah.
9.
Yeah, at least a 9. This is really good for Rogue. They really thrive on flexible damage, and they don't have board clear. So this is not
This
a board.
is AOE.
Yeah, it's like
understand.
an AOE. Like it's it's good. It definitely.
it's really good. Yeah, I like the card.
And it makes it easy to do combo active. It's like an easy combo activator if you need it to be. It just does a lot of.
It's really good.
Yeah,
I played Jade Shuriken without a 1/1 many times, and this, I mean, this just does so much more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it.
Rogue,
I'm excited to play with it.
Yeah, Rogue definitely thrives on cards like that. All right, wanted 4 mana, deal 3 damage to a minion. If it kills it, add a coin to your hand. Meh. Yeah.
That's meh. I mean, you get the coin for combos and stuff, but
yeah,
it's basically 3 mana, deal 3 damage, right?
Yeah.
With possible combos later.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
I don't love it. I thought I'd like it. The more I look at it, the less I like it.
Yeah.
I think the card's like you can pick it, and it's not the worst case
Right.
scenario, but it's like, especially with the slower meta. If it's a slower meta, the better it is, right? Because like then paying 1 extra mana for it to get a guaranteed combo activator at some point is good, but you don't want to ever play this on curve. Like it's just not.
And sometimes you don't kill the thing too, or like you might not have something to kill, so you might not be able to get a coin with it on a good turn. So you can't just like say 4 mana, deal 3, get a coin next turn, play a big thing at AoEs or something.
I'm not a huge fan of this card. What, like a 2, 3?
Like a 3 probably.
Yeah.
I think it's just overcosted.
Agree. Yeah.
Next one, Face Collector. 3 mana. I know everyone's laughing already. 3 mana, 2/2 Echo, Battle Cry. Add a random legendary minion to your hand. Dear God.
This card's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's gonna be good?
it can't be. It's like Cabal Courier, but it's even better in the right. 3-mana 2/2 that draws a card, and then it's gonna be good later.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the card.
Am I being too low if I say it's like an 8?
I
don't know.
I don't think you're too low.
Too low. I might say too high. But yeah, I think 8 is a pretty good.
I think eight's probably like the high end on it, and
Yeah.
it might in some decks.
Sure.
In some decks, like if you already have a like what is that card? Pickpocket.
Yeah.
If you already have a pickpocket, and you have like
or
I don't know,
or a
a
minstrel or
sprint.
something, stuff like
Right,
that.
then I'd probably go down on it. But if you need one of your cards, 8. It is definitely an 8 if you need stuff.
Yeah. I think it's like an 8's a pretty fair. I think it's either 7 or 8, like more than that. Like I think it's really good. I think probably an 8 is fair. I like 8.
Yeah, cool.
Yep. All right. Next we're going to I don't know which one's next. Where's my? Oh, there we go. Shaman. Okay. First one. 1 mana spell. Discover a battlecry minion. Blazing Invocation. It's good. It's like just kind of in the same realm as like Journey Below. It's like the same kind of card, just a different class.
Those cards have classically been very, very good.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to not say this isn't going to be great. It's pretty easy to compare it.
I think it's even better than Journey, just because like battle cries were better than.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. Because you get immediate effect.
I think it's good. I think it's really good. So
what would you guys?
This is probably this is like a 7 or an 8. Yeah, it's just a great card. You're just gonna want to take it every single time.
Yeah.
And maybe even it's not a 9. Yeah, 8's good. I think 8's good. I say 8.
All right, next one, Zap. 0 mana. They get like a backstab. Deal 2 damage to a minion, but it's overload 1.
This card's unbelievable. I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you rather have this or a backstab?
Backstab.
Yeah, same. But backstab with
like
premium,
a 9,
obviously. So. Yeah. So backstab's really good. So I think this. Thoughts on that one?
I like an 8 on Zap. What do you think, Kelly-Dar?
Honestly, like I think it's the card's value is like a 7 or an 8, but I'm not sure how good it'll be in the meta because if the meta's slower,
it's because the slower the meta is, 0 cost cards go down in.
But if the meta ever speeds up at all, like in any of the upcoming expansions, this card will get good. You know what I mean?
I still think it's a good card though. Even meta. But.
Oh, it's still really good. Like it's a good card. Like it's just that, like how much is it? Like we're all talking about like how much we're gonna evaluate it in the meta and everything. Okay, this card's kind of funny. 2 mana 2/2. The Ghostlight Angler is Echo. So this card's good. Well, I guess.
That card is great.
Yeah. It's like you can think of it like if you compare it to Doppelgangster, it's 1 more mana. If you compare it to like, but at the end, I mean, in top deck mode, this will be a terror for sure. So.
I think of this card more like Forbidden Ancient, which I loved.
I love that card too.
This is weaker to AoE than that card, but it is stronger against most other things. And this card does. This card's just good. It does a lot of interesting, cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you have like Bloodlust and stuff or Flame Tongues and stuff, this card can be really strong, right? Like
Branching Paths really showed me how good flexibility is, and this is. I love it.
Yeah, well, that's why I've always loved Druid. And I think that's why I've always been good at Druid is because like flexible, like there's so many flexible cards in Druid, and you can exploit it if you know what you're doing. This is kind of the same thing with Echo. I guess I'd at least give this like a 7.5 or 7.
Yeah, I'd say 7.
7 seems fine.
What do you think?
7. It's better. It's better than most cards. So yeah, 7. And it's honestly it might 6. It depends on how strong 2/2s are, but without knowing if 2/2s are weak, I like it at a 7.
Yeah. All right, next one is Earth and Might, 2 mana. Give a minion +2/+2. If it's an elemental, add a random elemental to your hand. Very easy to compare it to Mark of Yasharaj. I think that I was trying to evaluate I guess in Druid the card was good because you got value and you got a buff. The buff is just good on its own though, so it's just good because a 2/2 buff for 2 is fine, and you can do it to totems healing totems if you need to.
And most elementals are pretty good too, right?
Yeah, and it's
get another elemental, it's strong, right?
Yeah, so. I think it's got to be at least
another 7 for me. I mean, we just keep.
I might even give this one an 8.
I don't think it's an.
My main problem is there's only 1 elemental in the set for Shaman, so
yeah,
there's also the amalgam and all that stuff. But
I mean, you have Unbound from the classic and stuff.
Right. So there are certainly elementals. If you have elementals, this is like an 8, right? But if you don't,
Yeah.
it's still a 7. That's what's so
Yeah,
crazy.
I think it's a very consistent card. So we'll see what brackets gets put in, but I think it's fair. I think 8 is I think 8 in the right deck.
Yeah.
Like it depends how aggressive you're gonna be, right? Like the more aggressive you are, the better this card is too.
So this far into Shaman, is Rogue or Shaman better with the cards we've gotten? I'm actually not sure.
I think Rogue is, well, from what I've seen, I guess. I haven't really thought about all the
Rogue cards themselves, I think, are better because you're just gonna ignore so far, right? So like the overall cards are better, like the.
Yeah, I just meant from this set alone.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you'll ignore the bad ones from Rogue, so you'll just take the good ones, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Granted, it always depends on what bucket they're in, so it's like it's still hard to say because you have no idea what buckets they're gonna be thrown in.
Yeah. All right, next one, Shutterwalk. Man, if you guys watched the card reveal yesterday, it was so funny. Like I almost have to say that if they didn't actually plan that, if that was actually random, that was hilarious. Like the fact that if that was random and they actually caught that on a stream like that, it's unbelievable.
It looked pretty pre-recorded to me, but you know.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, so 9 mana, 6/6.
I like to hope it wasn't.
Yeah, I know. Battlecry, repeat all their battle cries from cards you played this game, targets chosen randomly. So, like, the example on stream was the guy played a, chain gang, so then it copies itself, not, so yeah. Interesting.
Oh, it's doing the battle cries.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
I didn't even...
Look at his face. Kellen's like, what?
That is cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
All right, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick, but you guys can talk about this card.
So do you like this more or worse than you like this a lot more than Test than the other card?
Test, yeah, for sure. This card you're gonna definitely have battle, especially because of Blazing Indication and the other stuff.
But the targets are chosen randomly. So like battle, obviously there's like chain gang and stuff. But what are some other good battle cries? So like there's no more discover stuff with the battle cries, or very few of those, right? There's none of that stuff. There's none of that. So what's some other good battle cries?
Witch's Apprentice, Blazing Indication, Totem Cruncher if you got it. Let's see. And then there's just the neutral battle cries: Fallen Sun Cleric, Shattered Sun Cleric. That's there's Sunborn Valkyr, just things like that. Like,
I'm just trying to think of like battle cries that like actually affect the board that are actually useful. Because like if you get like, because you're gonna take like Fireplume Phoenixes, you're gonna take those type of stuff, right? And that's just gonna deal damage randomly. So that's a little scary.
So those certainly aren't the ones that you're really hoping for. It's more like I think anything that buffs something on the board, I like, because it's all friendly minions on those.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
That would be, and then Chain Gang. Chain Gang's another option.
Chain Gang's insane. Yeah, if you get that, it's insane.
Is Doppelgangster gone? Yes, that's gone. Okay.
I think so. Oh my god, that would be so disgusting. I think it's gonna be still good. I still think it's gonna be good, but I don't think it's insane. I think it's gonna be good. So.
Right? No, yeah, it's not absolutely ridiculous.
It's definitely made for constructed. Like you can see the applications and constructed are gonna be insane.
Yeah. So what'd you guys give this one?
Like a 6.
Okay.
5. Yeah, like a 6.
Yeah, I think a 5. I think a 5.
Five's fine.
Just because it's 9 mana. 9 mana's awkward.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
It's a nice card. If you have like 12 battle cries that are good, take it. If you have none, it's awful. So this is another one where it's like it's specifically designed for decks that have a lot of battle cries. So.
Okay. Totem Cruncher, 4 mana, 2/3. Destroy your totems. Gain +2/+2 for each destroyed.
I do not like this card.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
The problem is the mana. If you just count,
because you can't play it on curve. It's like it's not good.
If you have to totem on 2, and then do something on 3, and your opponent didn't kill your totem, this card's okay. This card's okay.
It's like a bad Yeti.
So that's like
right. And then you're getting
totem,
in that scenario. That's just I don't know.
Yeah, like in the late game, like when if to the your opponent does nothing and you're doing nothing, you're at like a stalemate, and all you're doing is just toteming at every turn, and then you can just like drop this card and then start re-toteming again. Sure, it's great, but like besides that, it's not insane. It's below average, I think.
Yeah.
Because like you have to destroy the totem. Like if it didn't destroy the totem and it just gave the +2/+2 for the totem, then it would be really good. I think. Like I guess it wouldn't even be that good. It would be good. It just wouldn't be insane, right?
Right.
So, but the fact you have to destroy it is kind of bad. So like a 3, 4.
Yeah, I think a 3. I'm not a huge fan. It's a 6 mana 4/5. I think most of the time top. So that's probably a 3.
Box Shaper, 7 mana 4/8 elemental. Whenever you cast a spell, draw a minion from your deck.
Let's make that better.
Yeah, it's true.
And Blazing Invocation, really good. With that.
And Earth and Might. I mean, it's an elemental, and it doesn't mind.
It's good. It's gonna be good.
Oh, Blazing Invocations, that's the battle cry one. Okay, yeah, I was trying to remember what that one is. Yeah,
I think this card's good, man.
Yeah, I do
like
too.
This card. Like 8 health. 6. Anytime there's a card with more than 7 health, I'm like, that's nice.
It's interesting that they're doing a lot. They've done this a few sets now where they're focusing on like drawing specific things as opposed to like just drawing. You know, like draw a minion, and so that's kind of interesting. I think this card's definitely like a 6 or a 7. It's good. I think it's good. Probably a 7.
Yeah.
4/8. So 4/8 stat line's pretty good.
Yeah.
7 mana is fine. You usually draw at least 1 card when you play it, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't know if you usually draw a card. It depends. If your opponent assassinates,
I guess if they
assassinate
assassinate
on curve,
you won't.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're playing on curve, you don't. But then they're using a hard removal, so it's not the worst usually.
It's a nice body.
Right.
It's got a nice.
I'm down with this card as a 6.5 or a 7.
I think I would say a 7. I think it's a 7 because like if they don't assassinate and it sticks, you can kind of get some insane value
Sometimes
from it.
if you can draw 2 cards off this, it's nuts. So
Yeah.
So I think a 7's good.
Yeah.
Because it's also
a lot of the cards that the ones that we've discussed the most tend to have two options. They're either an understated minion, or they draw you a billion cards, or get you a lot of advantage. I think it's hard to evaluate those cards because we don't know how often we're going to be able to hit the ceiling.
Right.
Yeah, or how often because how often cards and how often how the fast paced the game is and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think the card is good just because if they have to remove it or it's can win you the game, right? Like if they don't remove it, you can the next turn if you want to.
Yeah.
What if you go Bog Shaper, play a spell, get a Witch's Apprentice, play Witch's Apprentice, get a spell? I like what I'm thinking about now.
Yeah, you play Blazing Invocation into
You're thinking like Pickpocket now. You're thinking like me and Pickpocket.
Yeah, you play Bog
Now you're
Shaper
starting to
Blazing
bleed.
into Witch's Blazing and into
I love it.
Zap. Into Zap. There you go.
Talk about more dream scenarios, guys.
All right. Sadly, you'll still see this card because it'll get discovered and you'll be sad. Haggith of the Witch.
I think only Rogue can get discovered now, though, right?
Yep, that's
Is that
it.
true? That's the only class that actually has the way to discover case.
I think so.
Unless
no. Blazing Battle Cry
No, it's
minion.
Battle
Blazing
Cry's
Invocation.
minion.
Never mind.
Yeah, I think only Rogue has ways to deal with it. So you either have to steal a Rogue card and then steal it, get a DK from that Rogue card, or you have to be a Rogue.
Yeah.
I think, right? Those are the only ways to get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that is true. Why didn't Druid get at least 1 Echo? That's dumb.
This card's so good.
All right, Witch's Apprentice. Sorry. Yeah.
So Haggith, we're not going to talk about it just because,
Well, we can't draft it. It's so.
I mean,
not worth the time.
Yeah, Witch's Apprentice, 1 mana, 0/1 beast. It's like the Hex minion. Add a random shaman spell to your hand.
Nah, that's all right.
It's okay. It's definitely not as good as the 1/1s, but
yeah, the not having attack makes
yeah.
I would much rather have a 1/1 than a 0/1 taunt.
The taunt it makes this card probably better than those cards later. So that's interesting.
Later in the game. That's true because it's going to be a slower meta.
Right.
Yeah.
So you do get to block for your other minions.
That's
I
true.
don't know. It's kind of interesting because normally you think of 1-drops as turn 1 cards, and this is not nearly as good turn 1 as it 12.
No, it's much worse on turn 1. But it's much better later when you protect
cool.
something with it.
It's cool design because they managed to get out from making those cards good tempo cards too.
Yeah, I think I like this actually. I like this card.
Yeah, it sounds like you're turning around on it, Tex.
I still think it's not great, but I think it's better than I originally thought. So
I honestly was gonna give it a 6.
What are you giving it?
I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to think of what bad stuff you can get because shaman spells are pretty good.
That's my thought.
You can still get Totemic Might and all the other cards that are not technically in the arena. Bad.
That's true. Okay, yeah, I'll probably drop it then. It's probably like a. I like adding random spells though. It
It's
could
still
be
okay
up to
with
5 for me.
Like,
It's probably
my
a
thing
4.
is, like, you would rate the other ones, like, a 7 or an 8, probably. I
Yeah,
don't feel
so
like...
Nah, I'd probably rate the other ones like 7 or 6. I don't know about it. Like the random spell from them aren't always great. Like I don't.
But it's the card generation that's valuable. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah, but I like the way I want to play those classes. Usually, I want to get the card generation. Like the tempo of the 1/1 isn't important enough usually.
I don't care about the tempo.
Like
I'm
in the
just, even
slow.
the value is good.
Yeah. But like if you're just taking a random, basically then
Yeah.
you just get a random mage spell. I'd rather just take a mage spell that I want in the draft, or one that generates multiple mages spells, right?
Right.
So like I'd rather do that then. So like then the tempo is not important because like if it's slowing down, then the 1/1 tempo doesn't spell.
Oops.
Same with like the shaman spell, right? Like you just get a random shaman spell.
Yeah.
So like sometimes it can be insane, but I'd rather just take a card that I know I can get more value off, like guaranteed value.
All right.
Yeah, that's a hard one. That's a hard one to evaluate. I need to.
I think like
themselves more.
I think a 5
It's probably
is a 5 or a 4 or
it's
something.
probably like a 5 or a 6, but I might end up being better than that depending on what the buckets or what the pool of spells ends up looking like.
Yeah, they did add good shaman spells this round, so like you do have better spells now, but like I think I still give it a 5. I think I don't know.
Yeah, I think 5 is fair on that card, just because it does die to anything.
Yeah, sure.
But we'll see.
All right, Warlock. The last card we can't look at because it's one of those odd even cards. All right, Witchwood Imp. 1 mana, 1/1 demon. Death Rattle is give a random friendly minion +2 health.
Yeah.
I think in the meta that we're gonna be playing, it's not insane. I think it's gonna be it's not gonna be do enough. I think it's still a good card though. Like it's like if this was a faster meta, I think this would be a great card.
Yeah.
It's like
it's good in
weirdly
the Zeus style,
positioned
right?
Dire Mole, and I don't know how good that is.
I think it might be better than Dire Mole.
Yeah.
Maybe, right? Because like.
It is better because you get to give the health
say
on
you
something
play a
with attack.
3/2, right? And then you play this and you bump this in. You get the 3/3 to free trade, right? Like you get a 3/4 to free trade or whatever. Or if you play a 2/3, you get it, and they play a 2/3. You have this on the board already, and then you bump in, you get to keep a 2/3 on the board.
If you get this on 1 into like a 2/3, it basically gives another minion divine shield.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
So
that's pretty good.
Right. Yeah. So it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Divine shield that can also be healed up for more, right? So it's like
right. Yeah, with fungal or whatever. But it's a little bit better. But
still,
it also, it's probably like a 5.
Yeah, 5 is fine for me.
I think it would be better if the meta was faster.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'd be good. Like if this was a fast and aggressive meta, it would be insane.
Well, imagine this with the Blood Fury potion, like and all that.
Yeah. That would be really good. It's a good card. It's just
Okay, this card I think is really interesting. The Rat Catcher, 3 mana, 2/2. It's an epic rush. Battle cry, destroy a friendly minion and gain its attack and health.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it's interesting. Right?
It's a nice combo with Witchwood Imp.
No POs. Feels bad, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a 3/5 rush. If that happens, that's pretty good. Oh, dang. I don't know.
So you like play Witchwood Imp on 1, you tap on Rat Cat.
Yeah. Something. That's not like that's good.
I mean,
I just am not I don't know. I don't think I'm super excited about this card. That's not enough stats.
Insane.
I don't think it's insane. I think it's fun.
Below average.
Yeah, like a 4.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Maybe a 3. I don't know. Yeah. It really depends. Like how many other ways do you have to buff?
I think
you trade it off and then it's I don't think it's ever going to be trash because you just wait to play it until it's good.
Right.
But
there's a lot of ways to generate 1/1s in Warlock. We'll see later.
Yeah.
And so a 3-mana 3/3 rush is a good card. It's not an insane card.
But you have to eat it. So the problem is you have to destroy the other minions. So it's like
Nah. I'm comfortable giving it a 4 only because the meta's going to be slow and Warlocks can tap and they can take the time to make this work. Sure. So that's that's the only reason I like it a little more. But I give it just 4 is the max I'd go. All right, next one, 4 mana. It's a spell, Fiendish Circle, summon 4 1/1 imps. I mean, it's like the same as all the other. There's the the shaman one did the same thing.
Yeah, send in the finishers. Call the finishers. Yeah. I just don't love cards like this. They're it's probably a 4. It's understated. Maybe it's a 5 mana for 4 stats, but I don't. It's a curve filler.
Yeah. So it's like what, a 4, 5?
Yeah, 4 or 5. I think we said 5 was 4 mana 4/4, so probably that.
This card's really fun. Dark Possession. I love the flavor of this card. Deal 2 damage to a friendly character. Discover a demon.
Yeah, 4. I think it actually says 1 mana, deal 2 damage to a discover a despicable dreadlord. I think that's
or a void
that's
lord.
what it says.
I thought it was a void lord.
I thought it was a void lord.
Oh,
too.
sorry.
Yeah. What were you saying? I thought it was a void lord. Yeah.
This card seems awesome. I like it with one of the other cards, with 2 of the other.
Yeah.
In this expansion for warrior or for warlock, so I think it's totally okay.
Yeah.
It's not insane, but it's totally okay.
I give it like a 6.
I think it's. I don't know. I think it's how good are these other demons? Like how good are?
It triggers Spellstone, which makes me like it too.
Well, here's an indicator of how powerful they think this card is. Blizzard put Witchwood.
So you can deal damage to your face.
Dilute the pool.
Right?
Yeah, I can deal to your face.
So it's character, not minion. It's character, not minion.
Yeah, I can go to your
actually
face.
It's pretty good.
That's why I'm saying it's good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's okay. It's better. Okay. Yeah. I think it's fine. I was reading it as deal damage to your minions. So I think.
Oh no, I hate that.
That'd be so bad. Like.
Then it would be it wouldn't be that good.
Okay. That's fair.
It would totally change the card.
I do like that you can have this. You can be almost dead, and then you top deck Dark Possession. You're at 1 health, and you Dark Possession your whatever that you have left on the board and play a Void Lord. So like it gives you crazy comeback things to do. It's probably, I mean, it's like tapping for 1 less mana, right?
So like a 7 then? Would you guys say a 7 or you want?
I think I'm up to like a 6.5 or 7. I don't.
I'm
think
okay
it's
with
enough,
7. I said 6 initially, but the more I think about it, 7 seems fair.
I mean, any of the 1 mana discovers have been so good. So.
Just because like there are bad demons, right? Like they're not all good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
All right. Curse of Weakness. 2 mana spell is Echo. Give all enemy minions -2 until your next turn. The first time I read this, I wasn't thinking about the fact that like it lasts beyond your turn. That's what I didn't really think about until I logged
it lasts till your next turn. That's
the key. That's
the important part.
So it's like pint-sized potion was almost good, not quite, but it was like almost good. Does this get over the hump? Does this get there? I think it does.
Oh, I think it does.
I think so. They also are introducing a neutral card. Yeah, some good synergy with this. I don't know if you've seen it.
Is there another flipper?
It's not a flipper, but it eats anything with 2 or less attack.
Yes.
Baby.
Oh, I forgot about that one. That one's good.
So this will be a nice combo with that. But that's obviously a niche circumstance. But it's one of those things where that card's pretty good stats. So like you're gonna take it if it's in a bad bracket.
Yeah.
Almost always if it's in a bad bracket. But this card just seems okay. It like allows you for favorable trades, and then your opponent can't trade back in favorably at all. So like if you want to push face,
I definitely don't mind having one in my deck. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, you don't want too many of these. Like too many of these can kind of like.
But this is the whole. I always love this about Warlocks is you can always Warlock's the one class I feel very comfortable taking some like cards like this that are a little bit more like situational because they can usually, especially in a slower meta, it'll be good. So I think this card's like, I don't know, I don't even know how to rate it. I'm trying to think.
It's I don't know what bracket it's gonna be in, so I don't know how.
Yeah.
Like one of this in your deck is 2 of ammo, but I don't want like more than that. Cause like if you get too many of these, it gets really awkward. Sure.
I think
but like getting like 2 of these in your deck could be really strong. I think like I maybe like a 7 or an 8.
Yeah. So I'm looking at what is going to happen when I play Weakness. I'm going to get 1 free minion, my minions, hopefully, if the board is normal.
Yeah.
My opponent's not going to be able to clear my board back, but the problem is I'm not going to be able to build my board up that turn too much because I have to spend 2 to 6 mana on Curse.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
that's if it was 2 mana -3 to everything for 2 turns, that's still not there. So it's when you hit 4 mana, you really have to spend 4 on it. I think it is good though. So I still think it's
like you can use it without even trading though. Like that's push face with this. Like if you have a board, you push face, your opponent can't trade, so they have to answer from hand. So if you make a read that they don't have the answer from hand, Like you can just jam face and win the game.
It functions like Frost Nova in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a great way to. That's a great way to
Mm-hmm.
think about it. I think it's at least a.
So I think it's like it's not insane, but I think it's good.
I give it a
think
6 or a 7. 6 or 7.
I think a 7's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a little too high for me, but I'm still happy with 6, and that's.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Like I'm not gonna say it's wrong because like
This is gonna be hard. We got to see what happens with this one because it's a weird. We haven't seen a combined effect like that yet.
Yeah. All right, I think
especially
the next
not in Warlock, right? So
yeah.
Right. It feels very priesty.
The next couple cards, I really like this design. I don't know if they're going to show and like together, but or not. But so this one is Dust Bat, 3 mana, 2/4. If your hero took damage this turn, summon 2 1/1 bats. I like this card design, to be honest. Like they're giving like a half decent minion, but it has upside for doing something you might be doing anyway. So like those kind of cards are always good.
Finally, like they're not overstatting it.
Yeah. Would you say they're finally what?
They're not overstatting it. It's like it's like a balance card when you don't play it, and then when you get the ability, it's good.
Yeah.
This makes Dark Possession and Librarian so much better, and like there's just it's just a lot of good ways to make this card work. There's another 4-drop we're gonna see in a second that might be enough, and this is good with that too.
Yeah.
I think this is a good one.
I
like this.
I want to give this like maybe a 6.5 or something.
Yeah, I think a 6 is. I like it. It's a 6. For me, it's a 6. It's just a good minion to play.
I just realized though, for back to Curse Weakness, just for a quick point.
Sure.
That, like if you Void Ripper after you like double Curse Weakness or something. Like
you're just lying. You're like shit.
Void Ripper too.
It's like really insane. I just thought of that. Like.
Yeah.
All right. That was just a side point. Okay.
No, that's fine.
I think the card's good.
No, that's fine.
Dust Back's good.
I really like this one. Deathweb Spider. 5 mana, 4/6. Battlecry. If your hero took damage this turn, gain lifesteal. A 4/6 lifesteal is really good.
Yeah, I really like this card as well.
This card's like, it's the fact that it has 6 health, I can't even. I saw this card and I couldn't even believe they printed it, to be honest. I know it's not like.
Really?
It's good to me. I think it's really good. The lifesteals.
I think in Warlock, lifesteal is so good. So like.
Yeah, I mean, I like Bloodworm sometimes in Warlock, so.
That's what I mean. If you like, this
I think this card is really strong. I think this card's a good card. Like
from a stats perspective, it's not insane, right? It's just
no. I think a 4/6 is good.
But I think my point is that for a lifesteal, it is kind of insane. Like it's not insane 4 or 5 mana to be a 4/6, but for a lifesteal minion, that's pretty insane to me. Like because that's
right. That's where you want your stats. You want a solid front end, but you want to get. Rather have 2 attacks.
Well, you need to have enough attack to get the value off the lifesteal, but you need it to be solid enough that it's actually going to live. You know, and you know at the point when you're going to play this, if you think of it like turn 7 when you tap and play this, you know, if that's like the only way you can actually trigger it, like it's not a bad situation for you to be in. So, yeah.
I think it's pretty good. There's a lot of cards. Like if you play, there's gonna be a lot of cards to proc it, and like tap is nice, and we already talked about Dark Possession and stuff. So I think it's good, man.
I think normally it would be a 5, and because it's in Warlock, and because the meta doesn't have our minions, I think it goes up to a 6.
I might even say a 7.
I'm gonna give this a 7. Me and Ttexxx, I think, are a little higher. I'd probably give it a 7, but
I like lifesteal and Warlock.
Just because of it, it's more because of how much it can benefit the class, not so much it by itself. But all right,
okay.
Next one. This is a really good card. Well, kind of. It's weird. 4 mana, 3/6 Blood Witch. At the start of your turn, deal 1 damage to your hero. I mean, it triggers Spellstones. It triggers all these other cards.
We've already discussed how good that stat line is.
It is a good stat line.
Yeah, great stat line, and it procs the card we were just talking about.
And it procs like the fact that it procs cards from previous sets, even like the Spellstone's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so, I think it's gonna be a good card.
I give this at least.
Like, realistically, how much damage are you going to take? Likely, like
2 to 3.
2 at most, 2 or 3. I mean, 3. Yeah.
That's totally fine. Especially if you get the Deathweb Spider out with the lifesteal, you heal that up with 1 hit, right? So.
Yeah.
And if you can curve Witch into Spider, you're pretty freaking happy.
Yeah, exactly. Like.
Yeah.
2 6 health minions back to back is really. So I think this card's also very good. We'll see what brackets these are put in, but I think this card's good.
I give it a 7.
I'd probably give it a 6. It's just
I think I'll
it's
give it a
most
7
of
as
the
well.
time, like if you get the synergies, it's probably a 7. But most of the time, it's probably going to be a 4-mana 3/6 that deals 2D when it comes into play.
Yeah.
I like the stat line enough that
I believe enough in the fact that there's this bonus that you're gonna get so much value off of this. Like it's gonna make taking all the other cards just better, you know. But,
Yeah, I guess I tend not to pick or value cards so much based on their synergies. Yeah, I think this card might.
I don't either.
It
But I
feels
think
more
it's-
like the 4-mana
Yeah.
3/6 stat line is worth like a 6 to me, and I think the damage isn't worth enough to bring it down to a 5.
yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I feel like the stat line is 7 worth, and then
Yeah. Okay.
I guarantee the 7 because of that.
Oh
like
god,
the ability
this
is
card.
worth it.
All right, this fun card. Lord Godfrey, 7-mana 4/4, deal 2
This card's
damage.
dumb.
LOL. Okay.
The
Deal
file
to-
on a
All I have to
stick.
say.
Oh,
Is
that's
this-
so stupid.
Is this like? It's got to be at least a 9. I mean, it's getting up there. I mean, this.
I mean, it's gonna guarantee a board clear most
I
likely.
feel like
when
this
you
is.
play it.
I don't know if it's a 10, but it's definitely higher than a 9 for me. It's
So-
up there.
It's so dumb.
Like, it's dumb.
It's
I love
easier to proc than defile, but it probably is a little less tempo based than defile. Because like defile, if you get to proc to full clear, you probably can get out a little more tempo than a 4/4. But I think
Like unlike Defile, like it's so much easier.
it's so much easier to proc.
Right, that's
It's
what I'm
like-
saying. It's so much easier
you
to
can
clear with this.
so many harder board states than defile can.
Yeah,
I think this
exactly.
card's so good. I think it's probably like a 9. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a
It's
9.5.
like a 9+.
For me, it's definitely like I'm almost
'Cause,
willing
like,
to give it a 10.
You'll
even
take a
though-
Twisting Nether, right, for
Yeah.
8. Like, and this
Oh,
can clear
yeah,
probably
this-
any
this
board that
card's
Twisting
just
Nether
crazy.
can clear for the
Yeah.
most part. So this card's annoying, and you get a 4/4 body. So this is like I think this.
Oh yeah.
So,
All right.
There's
Glinda
gonna be a lot of
Cross.
me doing this on turn 7 and just hoping.
this is that card is gonna be so tilting to play against. It's gonna be so annoying to play around because you
Yeah.
can't play around it. It's like so hard
No.
to play around it.
No. Glinda Crowskin, 6-mana 3/7. Minions in your hand have Echo.
Well, that's great.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's it's. I mean,
7
obviously the stats are not exactly great,
The
but
7 health is really hard.
But
to
the
deal
7 health definitely is legitimate.
with. It makes it super sticky, which is nice
Yeah.
because then you get the second turn usually, or that's hard to remove it, which is always good.
Mhm.
I think it's good.
yeah, it's like a 7 or it's like a 7. It might it's if you have enough curve and this is gonna be if you're ahead on the board, this is like a 9.
Yeah.
if you're behind, it's still like a 5. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like a 7 or 8. Like, yeah, I don't know.
yeah, like 7 on
It,
it.
maybe,
Which
it
is,
probably is a 7.
yeah,
Yeah,
7
it's
seems
like
fine.
7 valuation.
All right. Okay, that's all we're only got one more class, and then we got neutrals, which is the beef. Warrior cards. I actually haven't really, honestly, like I know some of the really good ones, but I honestly haven't. I don't think I saw the newest ones with this. Rabid Worgen, 3-mana 3/3 with Rush. I mean, solid.
That's a good card.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I
Solid.
mean, it free trades into 2/3s, so that's always nice.
That's
Yes.
the part I love about it.
Yeah, that's
So,
the part
like-
that makes it really kind of crazy.
So this will be definitely really bad against people who want to take 2/3s, especially vanilla 2/3s, or 2/2s.
Yeah. Yeah. Do
Like,
I-
if it
And
just trades-
we've seen a couple 2/2s already. There are classes that have them.
Is
Yeah,
this
there's
a-
a lot of those. I don't know if
yeah.
it's insane though, just because of 3/4s being on the board. Like, there's a lot more
That's
3/4s
yeah.
now.
That's why I would give
So-
this like a 6, maybe.
I still think it's a very good card though.
I do too. I think it's good.
Oh, I think this is like a 6.5. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I might say a 7. I don't know.
Yeah,
It depends
I
how
could
often.
be talked into
Like,
it.
it depends how many 2-drops where people are going to take, right? Like in this current system that we're being offered, like you pass on 2s a lot, right? Like
Yep.
just because the way the brackets are worked out. But they might re-bracket it when the new expansion hits. So I don't know how many 2s you're going to be taking, and I don't know how many are going to be 2/2s and 2/3s, right? It looks like more of them are 2/3s and 2/2s that are being offered in this expansion than 3/2s. So like you see very little 3/2s this expansion, right? So
Right.
Yeah,
if
very little.
any. So like
I don't know if there were any, no.
yeah, so like this will be able to free trade into all those, which is nice. So I think if they are appropriately bracketed, the 2-drop, and you take enough of them, then this card will be good.
Right.
Otherwise, I think it's just a 3-mana 3/3 that sits on the board, so it's like meh.
Yeah.
So I think it's
Well,
6
I mean, but it's also a 3-mana deal 3 damage spell, so that's great.
That's true.
I like that.
Yeah, okay.
Actually,
yeah,
you know what?
that's
I'm up to
better.
7 for sure. Yeah, just
Yeah, I'd say
honestly.
7 as well.
Okay.
I'd say 7 as well. I think because you can, you're not like a wolf rider almost, but
Yeah. That's good.
yeah.
Fester Root Hulk, 5 mana, 2/7 after a friendly minion attacks. I don't think I've ever seen that ability,
Wow.
have we? Gain +1
I
attack.
don't think so.
I don't think I've seen that on anything before.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So-
So, if you attack with 1 minion the turn you play it, is that good? That's 5 mana.
5 mana
10 stats,
3/7.
It's normal.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Like
it's pretty good.
The Warlock Legendary we just saw had a 3/7 stat line. It was 6
It
mana.
was 6. Yeah, so you get 10 stats for 5 mana, which is normal right now, right? So this seems
Yeah.
insane because if you attack with 2 minions, it's a
It's a nursing
4/7
rock,
for
basically.
5, which is
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Which is-
And it
Continue
can just
growing.
keep getting better.
Yeah, that continues. It's a huge threat with 7 health, so like I think it's good.
They made
I
a
like
lot
it a
of really
lot.
like threatening minions with like a lot of health.
You just gotta make sure you dodge those Kodos so that you have to actually.
Right.
yeah,
One
you
thing
have
has
to be
to die.
attacking when you play it because there's the neutral card too. So yeah, you really have
Oh
to.
yeah, that neutral card that's gonna be coming.
Oh
out
man,
too,
Kodo
so
can become
you
really
have to
insane.
kill one thing off.
Yeah. You just made me realize that Kodo could be really insane in Warlock because of that weakening spell.
That's true. Oh yeah.
I
That's
just
another thing.
thought of that when you said that. I was like, huh. So what's
I'm gonna
it?
give this a 7 too. It feels like it's gonna be really, really, really.
Yeah, it could even be an 8 later.
I was gonna
but,
say
like,
an 8 myself too because like its
but I'm
upside.
gonna give it a 7 to start
Yeah.
with because I'm not sure. I think it might be a little too weak to get to be guaranteed an 8. I'm not sure. I think this is one I'm gonna have to play with.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is not one it's easy to read. It depends on how many cheap minions Warrior has. Based on what I'm seeing here with the Rabid Worgen and some of the other
'Cause you don't-
stuff, it looks like they will have cheap minions compared to other classes.
It also
so-
depends on if you use your weapons and stuff. Like if you're
sure.
trading your minions, if it's less good, right? Because like
Right.
So
Mhm.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. All right.
This card.
Town Crier, 1 mana,
Oh,
1/2,
this
draw a
card.
rush minion from your
Why?
deck. Oh god.
Why?
Well, we all know we're gonna have rush cards, right?
Like in
We
Warrior
are.
specifically, I'm taking rush
3
cards.
rush cards that are going to be offered,
What
and
go in. I'm super curious what bracket this is going because this is a really good.
Yeah.
Do you guys like it better than Firefly? I do.
Yeah, definitely. If you have rush minions, way better than Firefly.
Right? So I think I like it better than Firefly. Do you think?
Yeah, it's probably like I mean, it's at least a 7, and it could go up to an 8 if you have enough rushes.
I think I would give it an 8 because like there's a lot right now, and I think I would take a lot of them. So and there's just like decent neutral rushes, so I'd take it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. What
I
do you
think
think?
it's an 8.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's an 8. I think it's true.
You think an 8 as well, Keldar?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah.
This is a card I don't
Just curious on the
know.
bracket.
This card I really like. I think it's funny. Deadly Arsenal, 6 mana, reveal a weapon from your deck. Deal its attack to all minions. I think this is a good card for a warrior. They need a card like this.
Yeah, this is terrifying. If you have one Gore Howl and no other, well,
Yeah.
that's insane. I mean, we saw it with Dragon's Breath or Dragon's Fury. That card was very good when it was good.
And
And
you
you
still have
can
Blood Razors, right? So that's not like always insane because you're gonna take Blood Razor. It's a really good card, right?
Yeah, and you're going to take the weapon from this set as well. So I
Yeah,
think that's
so-
that's the thing. Like if you get a Gore Howl early and a Deadly Arsenal early, then you might have to.
This card is
But-
be annoying to play around. Oh, it's so annoying to play around.
Yeah,
It's like
I
Dragon's
honestly
Fury. Oh, so dumb.
I don't like this card very much because I really like taking the cheap weapon from this set and Blood Razor.
Yeah.
So I don't really like this card very much. But
Yeah.
I do know that there will be a deck I draft where I take a Deadly Arsenal and it's one of my best cards. So
Yeah, it's gonna happen at some point.
Yeah.
Just at least from experimental purposes. Like even if it's not in a good.
but I
You're
think
gonna try it
usually
out
it's
at
like a
least once.
6 mana at 2-point AoE. So it's probably like a 2 or a 3.
Yeah, I think you're just not gonna consistently hit it enough because like Reaper or you need Gorehowl as one of the 2 weapons you pull. If you pull Blood Razor, Axe, or Fiery War Axe as well, like if you pull either of the axes, it's not great.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'd give it like a 3. I think it has upside to be a lot better, but I think it's
and it's very specific decks. It's like when you take Dragon's Fury and
but
stuff.
we're evaluating.
Yeah, it's like one of those times where it's like when you take Keleseth pick 26 and you're like, wow, I just happened to have it, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, so Woodcutter's Axe, 2 mana, 2/2 weapon, which is always good by itself, and then Death Rattle give +2/+1 to a random friendly rush minion.
God.
Reminds me of the weapon from Shaman that buffs
Power
mechs.
Mace.
Yeah, reminds me of that.
It's
So
very much so. There are 3+1, 3 plus a legendary rush minions in Warrior. You're gonna take all of them. They're all very good. I think that means this card's nuts.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to see what brackets is in, but I think it's a good card, right? Like it's got to be a good card.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
It's already fine if you don't get the buff, and then it's absolutely absolutely insane if you get the
because
buff.
like you use the second charge and your minion has rush, so you just wait to attack. You play the minion, wait to attack, use the weapon to hit, and then you attack with the minion.
Right. So your second attack is actually for 4, right? If you have a rush minion, that's nuts.
So I think it's good.
I think it's like
so
a
what do you
7
want to say?
again.
7? What do
Yeah.
you think, Keldar?
I might give it an 8.
8.
An 8.
Just because it's gonna be really good this meta. Like just
Yeah,
like
because of all the rushes.
like I can't I know
Right.
it's not necessarily, but I have to rate it somewhat based on that. So like I would give it at least an 8 probably. It's gonna be crazy. I mean,
Because like even without rushes, it's a fine card, right?
well the thing
rushes
is
is
it coincides with the rushes because the rushes
Yeah,
might
yeah,
not
yeah.
like they might not have enough attack, but then with the weapon it does. You know, like it could be really. Yeah, I give
Yeah,
it.
I'm ready to go up to 8. You guys got me on this one.
You got me,
I'm
yeah.
for sure with you.
Good convincing, Keldar. You got us.
Yeah, you know, I do what
We're
I
gonna
can.
say 7.
Yeah. Black Owl Gunspire. This card is so funny. I love this card. I don't know if it's probably terrible, but I like it's funny. 7 mana, 3/8 can't attack, but whenever it takes damage, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Yeah, it's bad in Arena, but
I'm not gonna take this card.
it's probably bad
What?
constructed too. But
You don't wanna use. Okay, we haven't got to this card yet, but
I know.
Warpath. Woo!
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah,
going.
I don't know. I don't
No,
want to do that.
no. Okay.
Yeah.
But you can play it and then do 24 damage to the face if you use Warpath for all its charges the next turn. Or it's not. You can't do 24 because you're doing 5.
Oh, is it
So,
like what would we give this card?
15. You can do 15 damage, man.
So we
I
give
give
it.
it a
So its
1.
rating is a 15.
No. I guess it's a what, 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving this a 1. I just am never taking it. I'm not paying 7 mana for an 8 toughness that can't attack.
I mean, if it's up against the Ancient Watcher, like
I think I can't give it a 1. Like a 1's like I never can draft it. Like it's bad.
see
but
what-
it's
it's
still-
obviously gonna be in the shit bracket,
Yeah,
right?
it's
so
bad.
like it's gonna be up against things. So maybe you might want to
Okay.
take it one time to try it out.
All right.
It's bad though. It's
Here we
bad.
go. One of the legendary rushes. Darius Crowley, 5 mana, 4/4 rush. After this attacks and kills a minion, gain +2/+2.
I mean, this card's great. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. If you kill a 2/3 with it, you're left with 4. That's awesome.
Yeah.
If you kill, even if you kill a 3/3 with it, or a 3/4, which there's tons of 3/4s, this ends up with 3 health after. That's fantastic.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't work on 4/4s, right? I just want to confirm it because I've been thinking about.
After attacks and kills a minion, gain +2/+2.
I don't believe so. No, because
from the way the text reads, I don't think so.
No, it
shouldn't.
doesn't work.
It has to kill it first, right? And then it survives and then gets the +2/+2.
Yeah.
So if it hit a
So it has
4/4,
to be at least like a 3/4.
yeah. So if it hit a 4/4, it would die.
I think this is
Yeah.
an 8.5.
Still a really good card though.
Yeah.
Right? Like you just trade into his 4-drop or his 3-drop or whatever, and then
Right. There's enough stuff for you to get with it that I love it.
Yeah.
It's obviously insane with Woodcutters. It's like so dumb with Woodcutter's Axe, and there's just a lot of.
Yeah. My
With-
question.
oh man,
yeah.
you can make it a 6/5 to start, and then it's
Wait,
like
it does work on 4/4s?
That's what I'm saying. It
Okay, Chad's
actually
saying it works on 4/4s.
it grows. I think
Holy
it.
shit, that's insane.
Well, then it's
Wait,
insane.
what?
If it works on 4/4s and 5/4s, then
Well, it would work. It would work
Where?
on if it worked on a 4/4, it would work on a 5/4 because it would.
5/4
It
is the
would
way the card reads. It actually works on a 4/4.
Do we have confirmation of
Do
that?
we have anyone that
Because
like actually can confirm this?
we need links that confirm it from Reddit. Go.
It's from Reddit. Reddit knows all.
Wait, Tarot's here. Tarot, confirm. Go.
Taro's asking, so I don't think he knows.
I know, that's why I'm laughing. 'cause
That's
he's
scary. If he doesn't know, who
Wait,
knows that?
if
If
he-
I don't know and Taro doesn't know, does
Wait.
anyone know?
Collins doesn't know. We don't know. Crap, we're doing a card review and we don't know.
If it works on 4/4s, this is a 9. This is a 9. It is
If
almost.
it kills 4/4s, this is like easily a 9, right?
Yeah. I don't think it works though.
But like, think about. Oh God, there's. I
It
just.
shouldn't work on a 4/4.
Okay, well, if we get chat confirmation, let's come back and revisit.
Well,
Until
yeah,
then,
we'll come back to this card if it really
8.
works. We'll just move on because
No, we're not talking about 4 hit point minions. We're talking about 4 attack minions that actually would put enough
Yeah.
damage on it to put it to 0. That's the whole point that we're talking
yeah.
about.
Does it get the +2/+2 before it dies?
All right, it'll have to be in the comments below the YouTube video. Sorry, guys. All right, moving on. Red Band Wasp, 2 mana, 1/3, +3 attack while damaged. I didn't love this card initially, but Adwakna loves this thing.
I think it reminds me of Blue Gill Warrior in a lot of ways.
Yeah, Reddit says yes. Huh.
Reddit says yes. Really?
Now, does
Oh,
that
that
mean?
card's-
Wait, no. I'm sorry to go back to it, but if it could kill a 4/4 and then become a 2/2, then if it killed a 5/4, it would become a 2/1, right?
So it would work on that too.
Yeah, it would have to
Yeah,
work
so
on.
it
If
can
it
kill
works on a
5/4
4/4, then it would work on a 5/4.
It can
That's
kill a 4/4 or a 5/4 then. So
Holy
that's
shit, that's
insane.
a 9.
That's dumb.
definitely a
So that's
9.
a 9 then, right?
Yeah, it's a 9.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
That's easily a 9.
Now the
Would you ever
question
say it's
is,
a 10?
how many people are gonna? How many
Nah.
players are gonna know that though? Like, you're gonna see the players that
I
don't.
totally wouldn't have read the card like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it becomes a 6/2 after you trade into a 4/4. So you free kill a 4 and then it becomes a 6/2.
Yeah.
On the empty board.
How much better is that?
Oh yeah,
card than
6/2. I'm
Arctic
sorry, I'm saying that wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you meant.
My brain was thinking it right, but I didn't say it right. Yeah.
That's insane. Holy
Yeah.
crap. They can't even ping it off, so they have to play another thing. And then you play a weapon.
No, Reddit seems to be confused according to this thread. They're not sure.
They're not sure.
Okay.
They're quoting a 2016
All right.
Bogey Monster thread that it doesn't
We're
work.
gonna
And then
tweet.
another guy
Time to
says-
tweet Ben Brode. Let's go.
Okay.
Maybe
Someone
he doesn't.
answer this question before we're done with the stream. I want to know.
Yeah. All right. I think this Red Band Wasp is fine. I don't think it's.
It's pickable. It's a rush card.
It's probably like a 5 or a.
With the
Yeah,
axe
yeah.
is very good.
Yeah,
You coin the
have
axe
to
on
look at his
one.
axe prior.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
like coin the axe on one. You hit with it to hit a minion in
Oh.
the face, and then you play on it. Right?
Yep.
Well, he's like, oh, it's good. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right. Okay.
So it's not terrible.
No.
But it's not insane. I don't think just because
Yeah.
it's just because the 1/3 stat line is kind of awkward.
Yeah, not
Um,
enough attack.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just yeah. We can move on.
So, Warpath, 2 mana. It's the Echo card. Deal 1 damage to all minions. I love this card. It's really. I think it's something that Warrior definitely can use, especially if you're a slower deck. So I think this card's really good. It's just very flexible.
Yeah, it's AOE, right? It's like
yeah,
6
Warrior doesn't have AOE. It's flexible AOE, and you can
and a
wait to
deal
play.
4. I like that.
So it's like also you can use it once and then trade the way you need to trade, and then use it again, and then
Yeah.
trade again, and then use it again if you need to, right?
Yeah.
So it's very flexible.
I gotta.
so-
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'd probably give it like a 6 because it's flexible, but it's way too expensive for what it does.
Yeah.
So
What do you think, Kaladar? Were you thinking something better or worse?
I guess sometimes when I evaluate cards, like I guess it's really like a 6 if you look at the card itself, but for what it does for the class, I think it's like a lot better.
It's more.
Does that make
Okay.
sense? Like
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
give it
yeah.
a 7, but it's not because it like the card alone warrants a 7. It's just that
It's like how Rat Trap makes people can't play multiple things in the same turn.
yeah. I guess I shouldn't evaluate that
It's
way,
like
but
secrets like that. It's like playing secrets.
yeah,
like
I'm very much a meta evaluator. That's just the way I think. So, but yeah, it's definitely good. 6 to 7 is fair. Okay, now this one's busted too. Militia Commander, 4 mana, 2/5. On its rush, and then on its battle cries, gain 3 attack this turn. So it's a 4-mana 5/5 when it hits, and it eats like everything.
It's an 8, and we just.
Yeah, it's at least an 8.
I think it's actually even higher. It's at least an 8
it's a
plus. I don't know if it's a 9, but it's I don't know. It's good.
You don't want to go with a full point buff, but you'll like.
I know. I don't want to go. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's an 8. I think it's good.
Yeah, 8's
I think
fine.
It's almost Fireball, but then sometimes it's just better than 5. You know, it's like.
Yeah.
Dude, you're gonna hate this. You're gonna everybody.
It's so annoying. Like,
You're gonna hate this card
one
so much. Like you're fucking. If Warrior's in the meta, you're gonna fucking hate this card. It's gonna like.
Yep.
All right.
It's another good rush card too
Oh.
for Town Crier. It's
We did it, guys. We're finally to the
To the
neutrals. The beef of the arena. We're doing it.
All right, I'm tweeting at Play Hearthstone to ask this question.
Yeah, please.
about the 4/4. Yeah, I'm very curious. I don't know.
I'm actually surprised it hasn't been a confirmation. Usually, those are the kind of like card things they confirm at some point. All right, the neutral set. So here we go. Witchwood Grizzly. 5 mana. Actually, you know what, guys? You can talk about this card. I'm gonna take a quick break. I gotta make a very fast phone call, but it won't be very long.
All right, I'll talk about what Kellen is also typing. So
Okay.
It's all you. It's all you, Tex. You can do it.
5 mana, 3/12 taunts, and a battle cry. Lose 1 health for each card in your opponent's hand. So this is gonna be a good card. It's a beast as well. So it's been confirmed that it loses the health from the minion, and so that means you can't heal it back up to the 12. So it's still a very good card. You'll on average make 3/7. 3/7 taunt for 5 mana is not bad. It's very good to slow down your aggression from your opponents. It's gonna be a good card. And on sometimes you'll get you'll high roll because like you're 3/10. That's insane for 5 mana. If your opponents have a few more cards, they're playing really slow. You might get a 3/6, but it's still that's like Fen Creeper, so it's never gonna be bad. It should be good almost always. Should be around 3/7, I'm thinking.
Yes, I'm with you.
I'm
Okay.
with.
I'm back. I've tweeted at Ixar, Mike Donet, and Play Hearthstone.
Okay, someone should get back, but hopefully they get back before we finish this thing. But we'll see. We still have 45 neutrals to go. What do you think about the Grizzly?
I think it's really good.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Like even if it's bad if you get single targeted, if you get Shadowward Pain, it's frustrating. But like that's it. Everything else is
Yeah,
wonderful.
it's like Shadowward Pain, and then you can get Shadow Menace, but you still have to trade it into something. So like you have to bump first and then Shadow Menace. It's really good.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
they hard remove your
hold
5
on.
drop, it's
I
good.
misunderstood what this card did. I thought
What?
I lost it as the player.
No, the card loses it. So
That makes
it
more
loses health.
sense.
So it's gonna be like a 3/7 on average, I'm guessing.
That's fine. And then
Still
it's
good.
probably better in Druid because you might end up with that 3 mana res for beasts.
Yeah, stuff like that. It has a high upside. It's just like
Okay,
it's a
this
good
card's
card.
only fine then. It's not as nuts
It's
as I
not
thought it
insane.
was.
No. It's not a 10. It's not a 9. Good card.
But it,
Like a 6.
Maybe a 7. I think it depends how fast the meta is. If it's the faster the meta is,
Right.
the more the better this card is, right? Like
Yeah, for
because
sure.
if your opponent's dumping hand to be really tempo based, the better this
Yeah.
card gets, right? So
For
like they
sure.
have like so it's a really good card to hold off aggression. Kind of similar in the way that Cyclopean Warrior work, kind of. Not like
yeah,
the way
that's a
that
good
card works
comparison.
doesn't work, but it doesn't
Yeah.
work the same. But it like the same way you want to play it is basically because they're dumping hand, they're trying to pressure you, and then you play this card and it gives you a huge taunt that protects.
yeah. So you guys like
you
this
know-
card?
Yeah, we like it. Like Tex was saying 7. I'm like kind of,
Okay.
but yeah,
All right. Cool.
like a 6.5 for me.
I think I misread it as well when I first read it the first
yeah.
time through, because it was like I read it dealing damage to your face, like your actual
Yeah.
hero,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
was like, this card's stupid, insane. Why did they? And I was like, oh, okay, it's actually not that OP.
Okay. Walnut Sprite, 3 mana, 3/3 Echo.
It's fine.
Fine.
Fine card.
Is it? I guess it. Like you have to give it a little bit of a boost because of the Echo, right?
The
So-
Echo's nice.
it's got to be like I would almost say like a 6.5. Like it just like it's not gonna be great on curve, but like in top deck mode, it's gonna be great. It always is gonna go up when the later in the game.
I mean,
goes.
you'll play a 9 mana summon
Sure.
3/3s at the end of the game. Like that's
Yeah.
pretty good value.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's probably like a 6. It's like one of those 3s that you still like drawing later in the game. So
Yeah, if they didn't have so many 3/4s right now,
Yeah.
sure, but because there's gonna be a lot of 3/4, probably a 6, maybe a 7. I don't know. That's close.
Yeah.
I think it's a 6.
I'm sorry to do this to you guys, but we got to go boom through these next couple.
Okay, we can do it.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
That's fine. 4 mana. This card, Unpowered Steambot 09. What do you think? Bad. Sure. 2.
3, 2.
Oh yeah, terrible.
Okay. Next.
It's not even as good as Mogishan Warden 2.
Um,
1.
This one's interesting. The spine is 3 mana, 3/4. The Tangle for Mystic gives a random 2-cost minion to your players. Each player's hand. It's like spell slinger kind of ish. So I think this card's good.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
It's real normal. It's just like Spellslinger was. It's a very normal card. If 3/4s are good, then you want them. If not, then it's not. And 3/4s are probably
7.
good.
Yeah, 7.
Probably 7. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Watch it. We can fly through this.
I think a 6. I mean, it's the same as Show and Yeti for me. You just want.
All right. Swamp Leech. 1 mana, 2/1 with Lifesteal. It's. I don't know.
It's a 4. I mean, it's just a normal card.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4, 3. I don't know. They're both bad.
Depends on how good ones end up being.
Yeah, I don't think ones are gonna be great, so I would say low.
Sandbinder. 4 mana, 2/4 Battlecry. Draw an elemental from your deck.
I mean, that's 100% deck dependent.
Yeah.
It could be great. A 4 mana 2/4 draw card is Gnomish Inventor, and that card's always been fine.
Yeah.
And elementals are good, so if you draw an elemental, it's good.
Yeah, definitely in the other classes, those classes will be awesome.
It's just one of those things where if you don't have elementals, it's bad. So
Yeah.
Right. This card isn't
class-specific.
rateable outside of the deck itself.
Yeah.
Okay. This card's interesting. Night Prowler. 4 mana, 3/3. If this is the only minion on the battlefield, gain +3/+3.
Yeah, I like this card quite a bit.
Yeah, me too.
Because of rush minions and stuff, there's going to be a lot of trading, which means there's not going to be a lot of stuff left. And
9.
Yeah.
Yeah, this card's dumb.
This card's dumb. 9.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, I'd probably go 8, but still.
It's a 4 mana 6/6. What do you mean 8?
Okay, fine, okay.
Like you're just gonna trade the board off, and then you have a.
Yeah, but you'll draw it late sometimes too, and sometimes you'll draw it on a board that's
Okay.
awkward.
All right. Kellenabel's putting the hammer down. No fighting. We got to get through this. All right. March.
Okay. Next card.
March Drake. 3 mana, 5/4. Summon a 2/1 poisonous Drake Slayer for your opponent. I've heard a lot. It's definitely going to be decent in Rogue because you'll have your dagger up
Yeah, and
anyway.
Rogue is gonna be insane.
In other classes, I mean, nah.
I think Rogue is gonna be really good. In other classes,
yeah.
I think it's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
I
average.
agree 100%. Rogue, it's nuts in Rogue, and I don't even want to look at it in other classes. Well, no, that's not even true.
No, like in Mage and stuff, you can ping it. It's not the end of.
Yeah.
5/4, so it's not good.
Yeah.
But it's a dragon. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing at this point.
Mad Hatter, 4 mana, 3/2. Randomly toss 3 hats to other minions. Each hat gives +1/+1.
Not great,
No, it's too random.
right?
This is scary. I like it when you're ahead. It's stupid, but
Yeah, it's a win more card for sure.
It's other minions. It's not your minions.
Yeah.
All minion, any minion.
Yeah,
right?
it's all of them.
Anyone on the board. So you have to trade first before you can throw it,
Yeah.
or you have to take
Now-
a risk.
if you do play, I mean, this card's probably nuts because you can control it pretty well.
Yeah.
But it's only good in the early game. It's not good if you're losing. You really don't want to draw this in the late game.
I don't think it's a good card because of that. Like I think you're gonna be playing off the board sometimes, so you have to develop to the board. I don't know. It's not insanely good. I think it's like a 4 or 5.
Yeah, that's fine. 4 is
It's
good.
probably a 4 for me.
Lost Spirit, 2 mana, 1/1. Death Rattle, give your minions +1 attack.
No.
It's like only even you think about it, maybe in like Paladin and some other of the token classes, but even then, like,
No.
yeah, no, I know. I'll give it a 2.
No. Is the answer is no.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
The answer to your question that you didn't ask is no.
All right. Life Drinker, 4 mana, 3/3, deal 3 damage to the enemy hero, restore 3 health to your hero.
It's okay.
It's a cool
It's
card
like-
design.
Yeah, it's like what's the 5 mana 4/4 that deals 3 to your opponent? It's like okay.
Yeah.
It's like you're not gonna be happy to draft it, but it's reach, it's heal. Nah.
Yeah. It's like I give it like a 5, maybe.
I'd probably
yeah,
give it a
probably,
4.
probably maybe a 5, maybe a 4.
4 is probably
so
fine.
it's so bad early, but it has
Yeah,
a
yeah.
really interesting ability.
I'll probably give it a 4. I mean, the ability's interesting. Yeah, as you said. This card's stupid. The next
Yeah,
one.
the Hedge Clan Thug.
Yeah.
After your hero attacks, give this minion +1/+1. It's really, really good in Rogue. It's really good in some other. It's just a good card. So
Yeah.
I give
Like
this at
in
least.
Rogue, it's obviously like class dependent, but like
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Rogue, insane. Like
So
you can
good
get to a
in
5.
Rogue.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
We don't
It-
get that many 3 mana 4/4s, and this is
It's
What
hard
is
to.
it?
It's hard
This
to
has got to be at
evaluate
least
that.
a 7.5 or an 8, right?
Like in Rogue, it might be even like at
Yeah.
least an 8.
yeah.
like,
In Rogue,
other
it's an
classes,
8. In
like,
Druid and
5.
Warrior, it's
Yeah.
probably, or in Shaman, it's probably like a 5, 6,
5.
or
Yeah,
maybe
Six,
7.
whatever. Yeah.
All right. Furious Etten, the new bog creeper, kind of 7 mana, 5/9 taunt. So it's pretty. Stat line's not bad.
I like the stat line. A lot.
I like the 5 attack on it too.
It's really good against like in Priest when you're trying to hold off. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be right back. One sec.
Sure.
Yep.
Definitely think it's at least a 7, maybe even higher actually.
So, do you like it more than a bog creeper?
Yeah, I think I actually do. I mean, it's weird because like the attack
One
matters.
less
but
attack, one more health. I think that's a better stat line, probably. I think
I
it's
like.
good.
I think with taunt you always want more health, but it doesn't give up too much attack, right? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like it still pressures your opponent. Like they can't just
Right, exactly.
It's not like a Mogish and Warrior.
This
where
thing will
it's
just
like,
crunch the 3/4s of the meta. Like it'll just crunch them.
yeah.
Because like now that
And
there's
a
not as
lot
many.
of 5/5s now too, right? Like,
Exactly,
there are no
yeah.
5/6s, but there's a lot of 5/5s. So this is just good. Again,
Yeah.
eating those. I think this will be really strong in Priest. And
Yeah.
So I think it's good.
This card's trash. Felsoul Inquisitor, 4 mana, 1/6 lifesteal. It's just too.
Yeah, this is like a
Yeah, card's
7.5
bad.
I'm just
or an
gonna
8.
give
I
it-
think it's really good.
Wait, you think the Inquisitor's good? Or you?
No, he's talking about that. And
Oh yeah. That one's good. This one's bad. We're gonna move on. All right, Deranged Doctor, 8 mana, 8/8, restore 8 health to your hero. Huh?
it's a death rattle, so
Yeah. You have to kill it.
you
that's
can
the
pull it
problem.
out with the coffin guy.
Yeah. I mean,
Boom. You were worried about heal? That guy has an 8/8 now. You have an 8.
it is a pretty good death rattle for some classes. It just depends. I
Yeah, the
guess.
problem is that the way you want to play it is like you don't want it to die, right? So like you don't intentionally want to trade it off.
Yeah,
but
I
you
know.
want
It
the heal
is
effects.
weird like that. I'd give this
So-
like a 5.
I,
Maybe
It's- I guess it's good. I think. I mean,
yeah.
I think it's like a 6, maybe
6
it's a
is
5.
fine.
I don't know, man. It's not a great card, but it's like
Some classes it'll definitely be
8 mana,
better.
8/8.
Yeah.
And like if you have the synergies like the coffin, it's good. It's
I
good.
love the art on this, by the way. The art's amazing.
The art's cool. Yeah.
Dude, the art is amazing on that card. Okay, Darkmire Moonkin, 7 mana, 2/8 with +2 spell damage. I don't think the +2 damage is I don't think the spell damage is worth the trade off of the stat line, to be honest. I don't know.
I mean, 8 health is always nice, and spell damage is okay if you get like Cone of Colds and stuff. If you play
Yeah.
Arcane Explosions, depends on
I
the
think the
deck.
attack's just too low.
It's really
Exactly.
weak though.
Yeah.
It depends on the deck. If you have the AOE's to support it, like if you play that with Maelstrom Portal, it's not.
Well,
that
it's
bad.
Maelstrom Portal's out.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah,
gone.
it's Maelstrom's out. Damn.
But actually, we
Lightning
lost a
Storm?
lot. Like, there's
Lightning
only
Storm?
there's
There we
not
go.
really much left.
I found a
that's
card
good.
that's in the meta. Lightning
Yeah.
Storm. There
I
we
give
go.
this like a 4.
I don't know.
3, 4. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's great,
I don't
but
think
8 health is really annoying for your opponents. And if you can get
This card.
Nice.
Chief Inspector. 5 mana, 4/6, destroy all enemy secrets. This card's gonna piss people off. I'm excited. I hate secrets, so I like this card.
this card's so good. I can't believe they gave it a decent stat line. That's so dumb.
Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed by that.
Like that. Like they should have underrated the stat line like they did with.
Agree.
They-
It's too strong as I mean
Or they should've-
the upside of its battle cry is
Or at least
so
destroy
ridiculous.
both
I mean,
players'
Eater of
secrets.
Secrets is a good card when it hits, right?
Do you
Yeah,
guys
it
think?
should at least.
Yeah.
So dumb. It should at least destroy your own secrets too.
Do you
or
think?
something.
Do you think Blizzard is realizing that they have to make cards like this to get them into the constructed meta? Is that why they're
I
pushing?
don't know. They're making cards like Dragon Slayer like this.
Yeah, I feel like
Specific
they're.
tech cards. I don't understand.
I feel like they're trying to make really strong static tech cards for some reason.
Which is like, I think they're doing that to like,
Yeah.
like because they realize they messed up certain things, and then they're like, let's
Yeah.
fix it by doing this, and
Yeah.
it's like, that's not how you want to fix it.
Yeah, so this is like this is at least this is an 8
Yeah.
for me.
I think this card's really good.
Yeah, do you even is 8 good for you or do you want it higher?
Especially because Mage is already not that great in this.
Yeah.
It's like it's not
We'll
good
see how good Mage is
to that
right
make
now.
crit. So like, it's a good
Yeah.
way to beat him.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think I saw this card. Cauldron Elemental, 8 mana, 7/7. Your other elementals have +2 attack. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I guess that's too conditional.
If
I
you need
mean-
an elemental,
It's an elemental that has upside, so I don't think it's terrible. If the
I mean,
meta's
that-
also slow, like
I
a
guess,
7
yeah.
mana for 8/8 isn't that like an 8 mana 7/7 isn't that terrible. Like if
usually with your elementals, they don't stick around on the board. I feel like it's just
it's an
that you-
elemental proc, really, right? It's just like an
watch
elemental
other
proc.
others kind of thing.
Yeah,
But,
you
like,
might take it if you need procs, right? I get that, but I don't think it's great. I give it like a
No, I don't think it's great either, but I think it's pickable
sure. I give it
if
like
it's in a bad bracket, because it should be in a bad bracket, right?
I give it like a
should be
3.5
Yeah.
or a 4. I don't know.
It's a large minion with a tag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's in a bad bracket, you might be able to, especially. If,
Yeah.
um,
Okay. I'll move on. Oh, this card. Wormguard.
this card.
7
this
mana.
card.
Sorry. 7 mana, 3/11. Battlecry if you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and taunt. Yeah, you're gonna hate this card in Priest.
I think this card's so good.
Yeah, this card's kind of crazy.
I don't know if you guys think it's good. Do you guys think it's good? So you think it's good, Keladar? Do you
It's
think
gotta be good.
There's enough. The thing is there's enough
It's gotta be
dragons. There's
good.
so many dragons, and even like let's say you don't even have it, right? Like a 7 mana 3/11 is like the 11 health. Like in certain classes, this
So
card's
good.
insane.
Priest, if you get this, like it's like a sleepy dragon for 7 mana.
Yeah, I
This-
know.
That's the problem. It's so good as if you hit. It's so frustrating to play against if you hit. If you don't hit, it's just
It's
3
still
damage 3
decent,
times
man.
or something.
Yeah, it's
But
still
if you
decent.
hit, it's so dumb.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say this is.
They needed to make the trade-off bigger, or they needed to like
Yeah.
they need to lower the health. They need to do. Good if
Yeah.
it
I think
hits.
it makes me excited to draft dragons. I think that's cool. I like when they help me
Yeah,
draft
hype up.
stuff that I want to
Okay.
do.
Stat flips. Oh my god! Too bad Kooky Chemist isn't around. That's why they couldn't make any cards like this because they were waiting for Kooky Chemist to leave. I'm just kidding. All right. So yeah, I give this. What are you guys gonna give this? What, a 7 or something? Maybe that's too high.
I think I'll do a 7 or even an 8, depending on how many dragons
Yeah.
we're seeing in the meta. I don't
Yeah.
know. It depends on how many we see. Like if Bone Drake's still in the trash tier and you're gonna pick every Bone Drake, then
Yeah.
it might be okay.
All right. Swamp Dragon Egg. 1 mana 0/3 add a random dragon to your hand. This card's just too meh to me.
Yeah, it's not good.
All right. Let's say it's a 2 and move on. Okay. Next card. Vicious Scalehide. 2 mana 1/3 lifesteal with Rush. I don't know when I'm going to draft this. I mean, it's not bad.
It's bad.
Okay, it's bad. All right, you're right.
It's only good if you have the axe with the warrior. I think it might be okay.
I think I was my brain. I was
It's
trying to
like-
think of a way it was better, but it's just not.
It's not a good card.
Yeah.
One
Like,
attack one attack is too low. But if I'm playing multiple of the rush synergy cards, I might consider taking this. But up until that point, I'm not very happy with it. I think it's too weak.
I don't think the 2-drop's going to do enough in the next meta. I think it's going to be slow of a meta for the 2-drop to do enough. Like
Yeah.
lifesteal. I just don't think it's going to be good.
All right. Oh, this one. This one's interesting. Baleful Banker. 2 mana 2/2. Choose a friendly minion. Shuffle a copy of it into your deck.
That's pickable.
Yeah.
What do you
It's
guys
like-
do? You like it?
I like it because it's like oh well, no, actually, it's worse than Zola because it goes into your deck and not your hand.
Yeah, it goes into your deck, not your hand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Otherwise it'd be better.
I don't really like this card.
Yeah, I would give it like
Yeah.
a 3.
If it had a better stat line, it'd be better.
Yeah.
If it's in the bad, it's gonna be in a bad bracket, I'm guessing, right? Like
Yeah.
it should be in a bad bracket,
Yeah,
and so you might be able to pick it. But
Yeah.
it's like the same issue with the
It's
last
actually a
card.
downside most of the time.
Like it doesn't do enough, right?
Yeah.
It just doesn't do enough. And it's a 2-drop, right? Like you want your 2 to do something.
Yeah.
At least I don't know.
All right.
Whoa! I didn't
What?
see this card before. That's cool.
Oh, the Witchwood Piper?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 mana, 3/3, battle cry, draw the lowest cost minion from your deck.
Huh.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's an interesting design. I don't know if it's good, but
I think it's okay.
it's okay.
It's better than the other 2 cards we just saw.
That's true. That's true. We'll just say it's a.
This card just gets better over the course of the game, and it's
It's in your
already a
back cards
4-mana
from your deck.
3/3
The
draw
fact
card.
that it thins
It's
your deck
kinda
is
fine.
always
It's probably
decent.
like a 5.5.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I rate that high, but
I give it a 5 for sure, at least.
I think it's like good enough that you can pick it, and it's like you thin your bad card. Every
Oh, this card. This one's cool. The Splitting Fester route. 8 mana, 4/4. If you got, I can't show you all the tokens, guys, but it summons 2/2 splitting saplings, and then
It's really slow.
and then the 2/2s summon
Really
2/1/1s.
slow.
I know it is slow,
Really slow.
but the meta is gonna be like you
I
said.
think the meta's
really-
gonna slow down, so it might be pickable. We'll see.
We'll see.
Coffin into that.
It's so cool. I love cards like this.
You get the coffin into that. Oh, that's such good.
Like,
value.
how do they ever? They just can never deal with it ever. Like, unless they silence. Like, unless you can silence this thing, it
or
never
polymorph.
gets
You need
dealt.
silence polymorph for hex or something. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so.
Yeah.
Silence might go up in value. We'll
Yeah.
see.
We'll see.
And it's already pretty good in value, so it's interesting.
All right. Next card, Mossy Horror. Oh God, this card. 6 mana, 2/7. Destroy all other minions with 2 or less attack.
Yeah,
Shadow
this
Word
is the
Horror
card
on a
I'm
stick.
Yeah, so it's basically a Shadow Word Horror plus 2 mana, so you get a 2 mana 2/7 almost.
Can we not make cards like this?
This
Yeah.
card's really good.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
It's so dumb.
It's so good.
What do you guys think it is in terms of rating?
At least an 8?
Honestly, it can't be. Its ability is nuts, and when you hit with 2 minions, it's the dumbest thing ever. But it is really situational, and the stats are so bad, so it's kind of tough. I don't think it's an 8 or something. I think it's probably it's like a 5 that has the opportunity to be a
think it's at
9.
least
You know.
Okay, you're just saying it has a wide variance. I think it's at least a 6. I would give it. I'd probably
Yeah,
give
I
it a
think that's
7.
probably right.
I give it a 6 or 7.
I guess at this meta, I don't,
think it's an 8.
know. But there's a lot
I
of.
think-
I don't know.
Because there's a lot of things with there's not that like they introduced like a lot of 2/2s and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
but they didn't introduce like 2/5s. There's no like trogs this meta. There's no like things like that. There's no berserkers and stuff.
Yeah, I guess I would give it. I probably would give it a 7. I guess I don't know. I guess it's kind of hard to.
I think you can kill at least 2 things with it, and it's really
Yeah.
so. But it
Um,
can also kill your own board. I don't know. I give it a 7 as well.
Yeah, Warlock it goes way up because of that Echo spell. But
It's
Yeah.
Pint-sized potion's out as well, right? So you don't can't do that.
Yeah.
So
Countess Ashmore, 7 mana, 6/6. You battle cries, draw a rush, lifesteal, death rattle. This is dumb. This is like curator.
that's a good one.
This is really fucking good.
8,
At least.
9 if you have all 3.
do you think it's
Yeah.
better than Curate or worse?
It's not as good. Well, I think it's worse because
Because it doesn't have the taunt.
the
which is kind
taunt
of a big
does
deal.
matter. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So,
But it has 2 more attack, which is nice.
but I do like that they didn't pick. I don't know. They picked types of minions. I don't know. I like this.
I think
it's
you're
fun.
gonna have Death Rattle. I think you're gonna have Rush. Lifesteal might be harder to find.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think you'll have 2 of the 3 always in
Oh
your deck.
dear, what is this card?
So
How does it
that's
work
fine.
if you only have if you have a Rush minion and a Vicious Scale Hide and a
Vicious
and a
Scale High.
does that work? What if can it choose the Vicious Scale Hide as the Rush
Oh.
minion accidentally
I
randomly?
don't know because it's both. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I assume it'll take it as the lifesteal. But I'm not sure. No idea.
Yeah.
That would really suck.
Well, remember, Curator was 7 mana, guys, so it's a little different stat-wise. But still, yeah, it's good. Worgen Abomination, 7 mana, 6/6. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to all other damaged minions.
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah, deal 2. Yeah, it's really trade first and
This has got to be at
it's
least
really
an 8,
good.
right?
Yeah, if you look
Yeah,
at it as a
it's an
7 mana 6/6 that gives all of your minions +2 attack this turn,
It doesn't even sacrifice that much stat line. Like it really doesn't.
I think it's really good.
Like if this was a 7 mana 5/5, I still would like this card. You know what I mean?
It's really good. It's like Baron Geddon, but you get to decide which.
Yeah, I would give this at least an 8. All right. Oh, yeah, this one's fun. Voodoo Doll. 3 mana 1/1. Choose a minion. Death Rattle. Destroy the chosen minion.
I'm not super psyched about this card. It's interesting. I like the aspect of it though. I like the design.
It's definitely flavor wise cool for sure.
It's good in mage. It's like an assassinated mage, but besides that, it's like meh. It's really slow.
Yeah.
I'd still
Like
give
it's
it.
gonna silence it.
Not,
Like,
great, not great number stuff.
I'd still give it like a 5, to be honest. Just the utility of it.
Well, if the meta is really slow, it might be okay.
Yeah.
But
It's corruption in other classes for 3 mana.
Yeah.
But you can silence. Yeah, it's silenceable as well. So like, but you develop a 1/1 minion.
Yeah, I think it's
But
average.
it's 3 mana.
Yeah.
You 3 mana 1/1 corruption basically.
It's kind of like, what the hell, the damn 6 mana 3/3 that we're losing.
It's probably decent because corruption is good and putting it
I
on
would
one
brought it back on the
pretty good
board.
too.
It's different, but yeah.
I think it's really good in mage, but besides that, I think okay.
Yeah.
I think it's good, but I don't think it's insane.
All right.
Like I think in mage it might be insane, but in other classes, it's just good.
5. Okay, Doll Master Dorian. 5 mana 2/6. Whenever you draw a minion, summon a 1/1 copy of it.
So 5 mana 3/7. If we get to live for a turn, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's good in mage because of the 2 mana 3 draw
Yeah.
card, but
It's more of a constructed card.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think.
constructed meme thing. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a 2. I don't
It's
know.
like a bad Barnes. I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
yeah,
Like-
yeah, exactly.
Spell Shifter. Spell damage +1 each turn. This is in your hand. Swap its attack and health.
How good is a 2 mana 1/4? Because that's it.
It has spell damage, so it's like a better
Dalaran Mage.
Dalaran Mage, which
Yeah.
Dalaran Mage is terrible, but
Still think it's
I
not
think-
great.
I think it's not good, but I think if you get like arcane explosions and lightning storms and stuff like that, it's good.
Yeah, I think it's a 2 or a 3 in most decks, and if you
Yeah.
have 3 times Phantom Knives plus a
Or you blizzards
Echo
or stuff
thing,
like
it can
that.
be a
Like
5
Yeah.
or 6.
yeah, like if you have blizzards, if you play
Yeah.
blizzard, it's like it's not
Yeah.
terrible.
I gotta
So
say,
it's
one
like-
thing that's really funny is I'm not responding, but I'm reading chat here and there, and it's really funny to see like some of the top players disagree on like the same cards. I really find that interesting. So that's why I wanted to do this card review this way because, I think everyone's opinions. Oh, this card's just.
Because I think I like this card more than you guys do. The spell shifter.
I like
think
spell
so,
damage
yeah.
cards. I think it's. I actually don't hate it, but I don't love it. I guess. All right,
I think it's not great.
Gilnean Royal Guard, 8 mana, 3/8, Divine Shield with Rush. Each turn that's in your hand, swap its attack and health. This card's broken. This card's just.
Oh, I love this card so much.
It's so dumb. Cause like, it's like Charged Devil Star, except like a lot of
Yeah, I
times.
was thinking Charge Ellis.
Like if you compare it to Charged Devil Star, a lot of times like it'll end up killing like something with like I don't know. It usually is ending up on like 1 or 2 health, right? A lot of times with what you're trying to kill. This is actually going to end with like 3 health.
You can never ping it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like a lot worse against like a 6 or a 2/6 or something like that. Like you'd rather have.
I would not be. I guess I can't give it a 10. I want to though. It's close.
I would
really,
not give it a 10.
So it's an 8,
Yeah.
right?
I would give it
Yeah.
a 9.
And it
I-
flips, so you have to wait till the turn it's good, right?
I'd give it a 9.
Because like
This
usually as a
card's
3/8
bonkers.
Divine Shield Rush, it's
Yeah.
so you'd rather have the 8/3 most of the time. So
Yeah.
like you only can play it on every other turn then most of the time. So I think it's good, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's insane. I think it's probably like an 8,
Yeah.
just because it's like the flexibility is lessened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an 8. It could be
Yeah.
it could be a 9 if you draw it on the right turn.
Yeah. Well, with the way the thing is though, the meta being so slow, you'll be able to wait a little bit. So I think it's gonna be good. All right, Swift Messenger, 4 mana, 2/6 Rush. Each turn this is in your hand. Swap its attack and health. It's kind of like you compare it to like the damn. Oh, damn it! What is that card called? The 4 mana, 2/5 Charger. It's kind of like that card, similar in a way.
Stormwind.
Yeah, Stormwind Knight. It's kind of like better than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it's
that's
sometimes
fine.
it either can remove 6 damage for 4.
Yeah, it's like a less flexible fireball, right?
Right. I'd give it like at least 6.5. 6 maybe.
Yeah, that seems fine. I don't know. It's like I want to give it a
Yeah.
7. So I think I'd give it a 6 just because I don't want to give it a 7.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's okay. I guess a 7's fair if like you get the 6
Yeah.
damage charge.
Yeah.
Like it's like a better Reckless Rocketeer sometimes if you're trying to.
Cal did play
Yeah, who
Hearthstone.
trades with
Did they
Reckless
respond to
Rocketeer?
your request yet?
Oh no, not yet. I haven't even gotten. Yeah.
Wait, did I miss that? Wait a minute. Did we not do shaman cards? Wait, why is that?
We did.
We did.
Is this a neutral card? The Witch's Cauldron?
Yeah, it's a neutral one.
Yeah.
Oh, I was confused because I thought the shaman. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
It just for some reason add shaman specific cards to your hand.
Yeah, I was like, what?
No,
Which
it's a neutral. Yeah, add
Okay.
shaman cards to every class though.
I'm not saying it's good. I just was confused for a second. Okay, Witch's Cauldron, 3 mana, 0/4. After a friendly minion dies, add a random shaman spell to your hand.
It's like a worse Coal Master in my opinion. Although,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Well,
you don't get the stats, right?
Yeah.
I guess you can look
Yeah.
at it like a Mana Tide, but it's
that's
like,
what I was thinking, and it doesn't that good.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like a 3, 2.
Because
Oh.
you won't have minions to trade the turn you play it because
Yeah.
you spent your turn playing it, right? So
yeah,
you get.
so it's like if you played something on 2 and then played it on 3, it like sticks, but then you don't have anything to trade in with the next turn, so you get one shaman spell. It's not good.
Yeah.
Like at least
it's-
Mana Tide, you'll get at least
It's
2
probably
cards.
2.
usually.
There's
Yeah.
a deck or 2 out there that will want it that goes really, really wide, but that's about it.
I mean, if you have enough rush minions, you can protect it while trading. And
Oh, that's
maybe.
interesting.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
still not great. I don't think it's like
I
what a
agree.
3, maybe a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably 2.
I agree.
It'll go in some decks and it'll be fine once in a while,
Yeah.
but overall.
Sometimes it'll trigger and you just win the game because
Yeah, that's the. It's
most of the time it does absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Ravencaller, 3 mana, 2/1, Battlecry, add 2 random 1-cost minions to your hand. This card's fair. I mean, it's good
Yeah,
value.
totally fine.
Yep, fair card.
I mean,
What do you think,
6?
5?
Maybe
6?
I might give it a 6.
I think 6. Yeah, 5 or 6, but yeah, 6 seems
It
good.
can give you righteous protectors. So
That's true.
Yeah.
It can also give you Elmer stuff.
yeah.
Dreads,
But
how
it
many hours are we in? We started at 1. We're like 4 hours in. We're not doing.
Yeah.
I think we're going.
I-
We're almost. I think we're almost done. I don't know though. I can't see. How many cards are we at? Actually, I can check. I think we're pretty almost done.
Yeah, we have like 20 cards. I mean, 15
No.
cards left? Not even. No, we have like less than 15. All right, we're good. We're on our way.
All right,
Mhm.
Clockwork
we have
Auto.
11.
in.
We have 11 cards
Automaton.
left.
5 mana, 4/4. Double the damage and healing of your hero power. In some classes, this is better than others, obviously.
Yeah, just because some classes can deal damage like Mage or
Yeah.
Priest can heal.
Mm-hmm. Overall, though, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like playing 5, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Like it's more of like a turn 7 play that you play Priest and you heal something up that is already damaged. Like you can play that damaged minion on
Yeah.
5, you trade off that big minion, you can't attack for the next turn, and then on turn 7 you play this and that, and then you heal up and trade into something else.
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah,
this is
not
another
fair.
one like the voodoo doll that it's so dependent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's deck dependent and
Yeah.
class dependent.
All right. This one. Oh, this one's good. The Pixie Spider Tank. 3 mana, 3/4 Blackwall Pixie. Refresh your hero power.
I love this card.
Me too.
It's like it reminds me of Auction Master Beardo.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is an easy 6. Just it means
Yeah,
a 3
yeah.
mana 3/4. That's a 6. That's pretty much all it does. Sometimes it's a
I
little
might give it
better.
a 7, just because the upside is
Yeah,
there.
that's good upside. That's true.
But
All right.
like I can understand the 6. Like it's not.
Oh,
I
this
definitely
card.
wouldn't give it
This
one.
card's good. Scale Worm. 4 mana, 4/4. If you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and rush.
Well, it's really good. Well, it's that's the thing. It's not even really if you are holding a dragon. It's just good.
It's
So-
just like decent. Yeah, you
Yeah.
get a free trade. There's definitely better cards than this. It's like
The problem is at 6 mana 4/4, it's quite bad. So
what 6 mana,
It's 4 mana.
4 mana.
wait, it's 4 mana?
Look
Yeah,
at his
4 mana, 4.
face.
It's good, man. It's good. It's definitely
His
good.
face.
It's 4 mana.
Are you kidding me? That card's nuts.
Look at
I thought it cost 6.
No, that would be trash. That would be trash.
That was the best
I don't
reaction.
understand.
It's good. This is a good card.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That was
We'll
the
see what
best
bracket
reaction.
again.
I was watching his face, and he was like, "What?"
We'll see what bracket it's in. But if it's in the premium,
Yeah.
but if it's in like the bad brackets or like even the somewhat good bracket, it's gonna be picked quite frequently.
I guess
Yeah, so it's probably a 6 too.
yeah,
right?
6 is what I would say. Sure.
Yeah, I'd say 6 or maybe even 7, because like it.
Yeah, some classes it'll be a little better when you take the
Yeah,
dragons.
like it depends on how frequently you get off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Because a 4-mana 4/4 kills 3/4s, I think it's a little better than it normally.
Yeah, I think it's at least a 6.
Yeah.
I might give it a 7. I don't know.
Okay.
Close.
All right. Muck Hunter, 5 mana, 5/8, summon 2/2/1 Mucklings for your opponent with rush. Sorry, I forgot about the rush. So if you rush into the, 2/1, it's a 5/6 rush. If you have a board to deal with it pretty efficiently, it's, I guess, obviously a little better. But you still have to give up some stuff to do it. So, what do you guys think of this card?
Hey, it's hard to judge. There's so many
Yeah.
punishes when you play this card.
Think like what? Maybe like if you don't ping it, it's a 5 mana 5/4, but you give your opponent initiative, so it's like
Right.
not great.
Yeah.
If you ping off 1, you have to play it on 7, so it's 7 mana, 5/8. Summon a 2/1 for your opponent, and
It's definitely going to be better in Rogue. Rogue's
Rogue
again.
and Rogue is probably the best class it's in,
Yeah.
and then probably Mage after that or something. I think it's like pickable. It's like 5 or 6 maybe.
I'd give it
It's nice.
5.5 or something. Yeah.
It depends.
After seeing all these other,
Oh, did you
Get
cut
it.
out?
Yeah.
Hello?
Can you,
Oh, hello?
Yeah, we can
Okay,
hear
we
you
can
now.
hear you now. Okay, good. You cut out for a sec.
sorry.
It's all right. All right. I'm sure what you said was important. Okay, here we go.
Yes,
Now you- all right, I'm trying to move along for you. Sorry. All right,
Yeah,
3
no,
mana, 3 mana,
we have
3,
only 7 cards left. 7 cards left. We can do it.
3 mana,
got
3/4 Nightmare Amalgam. How do you
Amalgam,
say
yeah.
that? Amalgam.
Amalgam.
So this is the one that's an elemental mech demon, Murloc dragon, beast, pirate, totem. I practiced that.
That card's very good.
All right. Yeah.
It gets Glocka crawlered, it gets all that stuff, but it's
Is Glocker Crawler still in?
it's in
Yes.
Goro, right?
Yeah, it's on Goro.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
Well, it gets the pirate one is sorry, not
Yeah.
the pirate one. The Murloc one is in base, Hungry
yeah.
Crab.
Yeah,
And
it also gets
Dragon
the
Slayer
buffs.
is in every deck, so a little worried about that, but otherwise it's
This
nuts.
thing's very good. 3/4
Yeah.
is just a great sell
Is
line.
this a
and it gets all the
7?
buffs for things.
Is this a 7?
It triggers dragons. That's what I love.
Yeah, it's a dragon synergy, and you're gonna pick it a lot. So I'm assuming, unless
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so.
7?
So yeah, 7 seems good.
I'd probably stick with 6, but it's
Okay.
just
Yeah, you rate 3/4s as 6s. I would rate them as 7s.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like if they have a slight upside.
Yeah.
gotcha.
So
All right, this was one that's interesting when I saw it. Rotten Apple Bomb, 5 mana 4/4, taunt, death rattle, restore 4 health to your hero. Oh, sorry, 5 mana 4/5. My bad.
It's a card.
It's not unplayable.
I think it's
No.
good.
I think it's
good.
fine. I don't think it's a good card. It's
Like,
a 5 mana 4/5. I don't want.
Secondary
But
Bruiser
Secondary
that has a
Bruiser's-
death rattle heals your
Yeah, but
fate.
Secondary Bruiser is good because it costs
Yeah,
3.
because it can come down earlier, but
Yeah.
I think it's still okay. Because like you play Secondary Bruiser on 5 and you're not super
Yeah.
upset usually.
Would you rate this like a 7 then, Tex? Or are you thinking? It's
Nah,
like,
I wouldn't
oh,
put it that high.
Oh, okay.
I'd give this a 5.
Yeah, it's
I
like
think
5 or
5's
6.
I just
I
couldn't
think
tell
5 or
because you
6
seem
is
like
fine.
you're a little more up on it. All right.
I think it's better than most
Yeah.
people are going to expect, especially since I think the meta's going to slow down. So playing a 5 mana 4/5 on 5 isn't going to be as bad as in previous metas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because
Again.
it's taunt and heals.
All right. So this card we don't have to worry about.
Oh, and it comes out from Coffin. Just pointing it out again.
The coffin.
Oh,
You get the point. The coffin. All right. 3 mana 2/4 pumpkin peasant lifesteal. Each turn this swaps again. So it's lifesteal, but it switches from a 2/4 to a 4/2. It doesn't have rush or anything though. So this card's like I don't feel like I want the. I don't know. Like I don't know if I want this card because like if you have to play it as a 4/2, it's really bad, and as a 2/4, it's not great.
Yeah, there's so many steal cards and ways to gain life. Like we just saw
Yeah.
now we're doesn't. Aggro's got to have a really rough time.
Yeah, that's why I think Hunter's not going to be as good, just because like you're going to have to play like mid range, which I mean is not terrible, but you're going to have to play mid control, and it's like not what you want to play when you play Hunter. You want to go with a face. That's smart, man.
So like while this card is flexible, that because it switches, the stats it's missing a stat, so I still think it's probably about like a 4.5.
Yeah.
It's like almost a card I want, but just not quite.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
4 seems good.
I think 4 is decent. I could understand people saying 5, but it's just like I probably wouldn't rate it there, just because I'd rather have the stat, especially because I don't think the lifesteal is as important right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the streamers in chat, any chance of an 8-man
8-man co-op? Actually, yeah, we have like everybody but Sun is here, right? And Dima, that's it, buddy.
I've done really good at like staying focused and not reading chat for most of the. I'm doing good. I'm trying. All right. Phantom Militia, 3 mana, 2/4 Echo Taunt.
All right.
It's good.
Yes,
late.
please.
It's got to be at least a 6, just because it's so good later.
Yeah, it has to be at least a 6. I agree.
Even though it's not like amazing on its own, like, but the Echo just always bumps it.
Yeah, I think it's a 6. I mean, it's you're gonna play it on 3, and we did it for many years now, right? It's been fine. So now we're gonna just keep doing that, but also sometimes we're gonna have it's insane. So it might even be a 6.5 because it's like game is 6/12. That's bigger than a Sleepy Dragon for the same mana.
You're gonna cry when you're top decking someone plays 3 of these.
This is the reason I'm gonna draft that dumb 6 mana 2/7 over everything.
All right, that card we get to skip that card. Azalina's Soul Thief, 7 mana 3/3. Battle Cry, replace your hand with a copy of your opponent's.
No thanks.
No thank you. Yeah.
There's some upside if you're out cards, it's great, but it's like sprint, right? So actually, hold on.
I think it's over. I think you guys are overlooking this. I think it's sprint, and you can get a lot of value out of it if you're an aggressive deck. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's insanely good, but
yeah, it's divine purpose is what it really is.
You also then know what's in your opponent's hand, and when you have to. You also then, but it's still it gives you a bunch of information too. So I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know what to rate it. Like I don't know if there's even format. I don't know.
So the issue with this card is I don't think that aggressive decks are going to be good. So I don't think that this card is going to be good because of that. Yeah. If I thought aggressive decks were going to be good, I would rate this card higher. But I don't think it's going to be. So I think it's going to be like 4 or 5, just because I don't think aggressive decks are going to be in. Yeah. It's super good in aggro. Like if you can play really aggressive and fast decks and you have this card, it's strong. Yeah. But I don't think that style is going to be that strong right now. So I don't think it's going to be good.
In the 10 total aggro decks I format, maybe I'll get one time, and then I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right, next one. Okay, that's all. We got through all the cards. We did it.
Hey, so we think Rogue is going to be. I think we agree on that. Yeah. I like Warrior. I think Warrior's going to be Bill.
I think Warrior's going to be Rogue's going to be good. What else?
Shaman had decent cards and Hunter had decent cards, but I'm not sure
Hunter's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Druid's going to be bad. I wonder if UI can carry Druid enough to get through.
I don't think so.
A lot of bad cards.
I don't think so.
No.
Rogue is going to be great. Yeah. So
a lot of fun. I'm going to love playing Priest.
Can we go in a circle and do our ranking classes, our prediction on class rankings?
I don't even know if I have it right now. I don't know.
Okay.
You guys go first so I can copy.
All right. Tex, you want to go first?
I mean, I can go first if you want to still think. I'm still thinking right this.
Oh, I'm ready. Okay. I think
you're ready. Okay, you can go
I'm
first.
Ready.
Then.
I've been ready to.
Yeah.
I'm deciding between the bottom ones a little bit.
I see. I think Rogue is the best class. I think that's going to be happening. I think Warrior doesn't drop as much as we thought it would from Blazing Longsword. It may end up in second, but I'm not sure about that because I'm really impressed with the cards from a lot of other classes. It really depends on Warrior. Depends on how massive the drop of Fool's Bane and Blazing Longsword is. I think it's the only class that can stay on the board pretty consistently in the early game because of its rush minions. So I think I like Warrior second, but that could just be my deep love for it. I think third place is tie between Priest and Shaman because they both have a ridiculous number of value cards in a format that appears to be slow. So that's like 3 and 4 is going to be Priest and Shaman for me. 5, this is where it gets a little weird, right? Where 5 is going to be 5 is going to be tough. I think it's Paladin because the Paladin cards are good. The Paladin cards are good, and they're not losing Bane synergy. They still have their dude stuff going on. 6. Now this is bad classes at this point. I think Mage is here. Mage didn't get the worst cards or anything, and it still has elementals. So I think it's Mage based on the strength of Book of Specters and elementals, but that's really the only reason. I love what it has going on, and I'm not looking forward to having to play it. 7, because it holds on to its ridiculous cards from this set alone. And 8 is where I'm taught. Wait, what's 8? Oh, Warlock is 8.
Wait, what did you say for 7? I think you cut out when you said 7.
You cut out for a second.
Oh, 7 is a
cut out again.
Did I? Oh, no.
No, you said that was 6.
7 Hunter, 8.
Okay.
Hunter, 8 for me is
Warlock.
Warlock, and 9 is Druid.
Okay.
Boom.
You want me to go next, Kaladar?
I can go. I'll just kind of go based on what you said because I don't really have a lot. I don't have like a ton different. I think that I definitely think. I guess I should. I don't know. Like sometimes I don't know if I should go off on my own. Like I think I'm gonna kill people with Rogue. I think Rogue's gonna be really good. I think for me, Priest is 2. I actually, so like one of the ones I think is the most interesting is Druid. I know they're not getting like anything in the spell and the set bonus matters, but they in terms of like what they lost and like everything, like I don't know if they're going to be at the complete bottom because like they still have UI and they still have there's taunts in this meta, like there's cards from the neutral set, the neutral things that help them. So I might even be willing to say Druid might make it as high as like 7.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's a little bit. That's kind of like my dark horse, but I might be wrong. Because I'm now? What'd you say? Yeah, you can go.
So no, finish up.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to think. Well, I
don't want to cut you off.
No. I definitely think Paladin's gonna be like 4. I don't remember what I said. What did I say was 3? I guess I can give it 3.
You're bouncing back and forth. That's why.
I don't know. I should have wrote it. See, I can't do that because I think around too much. That's fine. Go ahead. I got the rest of it's pretty much but the rest of it's pretty much the same as Kellen.
You're just not sure about the other ones?
Yeah, the other ones I'm not really sure. Warlock's going to be interesting.
All right.
I think Warlock will definitely be mid-tier. So
I want to point out that we can't have a great understanding of what's going to be good and bad because we don't know for certain what these cards are going to be in which brackets, right?
Right, so, exactly.
We're going off a base of cards, like what we think are good and bad. But if they put them in the wrong brackets, we could easily have one of these bad classes that we think, like Druid or something, have like really good cards, right? Because they like misdraft like all the brackets, so they put all the bad cards like even way worse, right? Or something, stuff like that. Yeah. So like stuff like that. So it's gonna be hard to predict, but if I had to go off of like just the cards I've seen, and assuming they put the cards in the right brackets,
right,
then I would say Rogue is probably number 1. I'd say Priest is number 2 for me. I'm really looking forward to Priest.
Me too.
I think Warrior's probably after that.
Yep.
And then I think I like Mage more than you guys, but I don't know if I still Shaman or Mage after that. And then probably Warlock, and then probably I might take Druid over Hunter just because Hunter. I don't think like the control aspect is going to work. I just don't see it. But maybe Hunter will be better than Druid. Like take high mains and stuff and out pressure your opponents with that. Because like they did get some good cards, I will say. The cards they got offered were good.
I just don't know how they're going to pressure people. That's the thing. Because
they can't go face with the rush cards, so it's like it's a little harder to pressure people. But I guess if they just develop like a high main and then the next turn they use the remove and then they pressure with the high main, that's how they win.
Yeah.
But Druid still is always like, it's hard to put them at the bottom because they have UI. So you're still going to be okay.
Yeah.
Spreading Plague UI, GG.
Yeah, exactly.
This.
I definitely agree. I think Hunter will definitely be at the bottom for me. I think Druid will be a little bit above.
I think Hunter just got too many good cards.
It's still
Maybe.
really hard to say because you just don't know what their brackets are.
Yeah, you don't know what
Right.
they're gonna do.
Like this is based assuming they put the cards in the right brackets, right? Like
Yeah.
that's what we're assuming, right? Well,
Yeah.
what we consider the right brackets, I guess.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
Right.
it's hard because like you don't know.
yeah,
Well, and we will find out in the future episodes of
yeah.
talking about arena things. I don't
Yeah.
know.
All right. So are we done?
Well,
now
we
we're
have
on to the surprise
the
announcement.
surprise announcement. Now, I don't have a drum roll thing. I don't have.
Surprise.
I can make like a fake drum roll. But all right, so it's not a huge deal. It's not a huge deal. But Kellen and I were talking. We're gonna do like an arena like weekly thing to just like. We haven't
An
really
arena
got
show.
into. What'd you say?
An arena show, not a co-op.
Right, yeah, an arena show, not like, definitely not a co-op thing. Though, like, we might do co-ops here and there afterwards, but it's not going to be part of the, won't be part of the, like, content.
Right. So this is
yeah.
a great time to follow Kelly channel, because that's where we're going to be posting them after we do a stream as well. But we'll be posting them to his YouTube channel afterwards.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely give me. I have the link. I've been kind of posting it. I just started kind of working on it a little bit. But yeah, so it'll be fun. Like we talked about, we'll do things like I'm gonna do a thing like clip segments, like the best clips of like the week, or like talk about changes. We might bring on guests of like new streamers to promote them. We'll just do lots of. It's gonna be very like, it's gonna like be different every week. We're not gonna like pound home the same thing every week, but it'll just be like
Right.
1 hour, probably like 1 hour a week. It's not gonna be crazy, but just something like. Something else, I mean, we're not trying to steal from the Light Forge, but like obviously just another bit of arena content at a different point of the week for people to watch, I think would be nice.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be fun, and like, I don't know.
It'll definitely be fun.
I don't know if it's going to just be me and Kel, Kel and Kel. I don't know what we're going to call it, the Kel and Kel. I don't know. It's funny, but I
The
think
Kel
it's
and
great.
Kel arena, something else that
Something, I don't
alliterates
know.
there.
Yeah. I don't know, Collins. You have too many followers to be a new streamer.
Unfair.
All
All right. Well, on that,
Yeah, you got to
I have to head out.
Yeah.
Review the set with you. I'll see you guys around on the many places that you are.
Yeah.
Take care, Kel.
Yeah.
See you, man.
Adios, everybody.
Bye.
Adios.
If I can figure out how to wait, do I have to hang up two things? Oh God. Oh, no. Oh, wait, how do I?
Tries to leave, can't leave.
Oh, I did one. I got
Wait,
one of them.
you
but
did
I'm
leave
still, Why
one.
am I still in voice?
I don't know. Why don't you just leave your computer?
How do I leave the? Well, I did that one time, but then I
Here,
you know what?
do you want me to boot you? I can do it for you if you want.
Yeah. How do I leave? I don't.
There. He's gone.
Get kicked.
I just kicked him.
And now there's a giraffe me on the screen. Okay. Well, this is a lot of fun, Keller. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man. That was great.
Everyone, give Kelladar a follow.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
I got to
And
give you...
Kellenabel a follow.
You guys got to get follows, too. So make sure you guys... thank you so much for Kelly.